Ready when you
All right, hitting go live now. I'm so glad it's Sunday. We don't have to talk to those, our audience.
are. Those amazing people.
Oh my God.
Those yes. They'll never know how amazing we think they are. They're that good. We're so tired because they're so good. At least we can.
I know,
At
but
least
I
we can.
mean,
At least we can have a drink. Just chill out together and just have a chat. That's nice. At least.
yeah, I know. I just hate having to always be on and live, and it's just Sundays are nice because you don't have to do anything, and I don't even like talking to you on Sundays generally, but figured why not have a drink and.
He's so nice. I mean, just.
Yeah. So anyway, nobody will ever hear that though, so it's fine.
Yes, that was brand new exclusive information, wasn't it?
Yes.
But yeah, so nice. I think that was all lies.
Why does it say live? What's happening?
I have to press a button and you have to press a button, so let's not be blaming me in this. It's a joint mistake.
But what?
Yes.
Yeah, we're live. Welcome back.
Hey, Brian, you made it. Yes, whole different time, whole different day, which means different audience, and yet the regulars still can turn up. Amazing! So for all computer people that work on the computer. Crazy.
Yeah.
So what we're doing today, then?
Wow, we're doing our drunk season breakdown. Retrospective of season 2 of Lord X.
Yes. We go through every episode, and we see what we think. You see how it all seems to work. After we watch them, we see how our thoughts have evolved. And the bit I like at the end, the saying what scores we did have back in the day, compared to the scores we're going to give today, and then compare them and then say, with science, what I can tell you what your favourite episodes were and least favourite. And often you're just like, really? I'm like, that's what you said,
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Lord X. Yeah. Anyway, yes. So, guys, hit that like button. Let's hang out. We don't have any numbers on screen for as far as what it costs to get us drunk.
Well, because it's a breakdown.
Yeah.
Those aren't drink focused so much as retrospective focused.
Well, people don't know what to pay.
Whatever they want, because there isn't a costume one either. These tend to be this format.
Yeah.
Plus, people know the drill anyway, in theory. We don't need all Lower Decks scores. We just need episode scores. I've got most of the prep ready, but I haven't got the new batch ready.
Okay. Well, guys, hit that like button while you're waiting. And yeah, we got some super chats already.
Oh, fantastic.
Kind of interesting ones, though. I don't want to kind of read them when Sam's doing something else because we got to talk about them a little bit.
Right. Well,
so,
your choice if you want me to share first or super chat first.
Yeah. Share first. Go share.
Alrighty, I'll be back in a moment.
All right. Well, guys, as you see, Not a Band Account and Mark Lawrence have both super chatted, and it's a great way to get your questions answered. It's Not a Band Account has quite a few, so we're going to talk a little bit about those, and then kind of do a recap of the episodes and just hang out with you guys. So, if you guys want to partake of some drinks yourself over there and on your end, you can do so. BigZebra.com says, Trekyards, can you tell us about your t-shirt? I don't know what it is, but it looks interesting. Well, it is available at the Teesprings or the TeePublic store down below. It is from Star Trek Las Vegas 2019 when we went. It is the Trekyards shirt. So got a whole bunch of different Vegas showgirls, different species. Got an Andorian, Cetacean, Vulcan, Gorn, Borg, don't know what that one is. Romulan, human, and Cardassian. That one might be Bajoran. But they got Trekyards. It says, welcome to Fabulous Vega 5. instead of Vegas. See? And then, yeah, it was just the star date of the 2019 Las Vegas Star Trek convention where we went to. So, a really nice pinup shirt done by our talented friend John F. Ridley. So it is available at the TeePublic store if you guys want to check out the link down below. And you can get yourself one. So it's one of my favorite designs because it's got all the pinup girls. Oh, Klingon. That's what she is. Yeah, this one's a Klingon. So we got them all represented there. So anyway, yeah. So click the link, check out the TeePublic store. You can also super chat, as I said, or join the channel. There's different ranks and positions that you can join at. It's like a monthly way to support the channel. It's very easy to do. Or head on over to Patreon/Trekyards as well for another way to kind of do a monthly thing, should that be what you want to do. Also, there's Eagle Moss affiliate link down below. Click that, buy some Eagle Moss stuff. Use the discount code Trekyards10 at checkout to save yourself some money. So lots of great ways to do that. And yeah, like I said, check out the TeePublic store. Look at some of our Trekyards merchandise. I don't think you'll be disappointed. There's more on the way too. I have some other ideas, and so does Samuel. So, dun dun dun.
Moo ha 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 ha. Yes. Well, speaking of, when we have a few drinks,
I'm gonna have a shot to start because
that does make it more fun. And yeah, when we start to drink some, obviously and I'm sure we get to the occasional episode, then the puppets will come out and we can start discussing and.
I didn't get mine out, so.
I didn't either, but I mean, you know, the special ray has to happen to transform us anyway, so I think it takes a little while to charge. So yes, if you intoxicate us enough, drunk puppets, because last time it was sober puppets. So if you guys want to throw in some 20s, make us do some shots. I mean, let's just say if someone was to throw in, say, 5 20s, that's a substantial amount of initial alcohol to get us started. I'm just saying. 5 20s, not that much. Have a think. Make us say funny things.
And Catechist Live says a shot of what? It is Peach Crown Royal. One of my favorites. It's really good. I'm also drinking some Smirnoff Ice Berry Blast vodka, which is really good. So
yeah, we have our classics. Berry Blast. Now, is it like actually really fruity, or is it more just like generically fruit flavored?
It's pretty fruity. The colors, it's like those rocket ice creams.
Yeah.
Popsicles, that's what it tastes like.
And it's very patriotic.
Yes.
Is that an import, Stuart, from the old United States of kick-ass, or is it just branding that you have?
I have no idea. I don't think it's American.
America! Yes.
Well, they're red, white, and blue, and I guess in Canada we're red, white, and blown. I don't know.
Who's blowing you? What? Oh, that's later. It's post-drunk.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I have no idea. Anyway. All right, so let's get to the super chats right away.
Okay.
Not a band account, $5.
Thank you.
Will the Mariner and Jennifer ship set sail? I say yes.
Well, Mike's already confirmed they'll be dating, but in what form we don't really see much in terms of romances in these Trek shows.
Yeah.
And it's also a same gender, different species, different temperament, different part of the crew complement placement. So there's so many differences. So how that'll connect will be really interesting. That's the fun of it. I'm saying this, so it isn't just if it was Brad and Mariner, it would just be will they sort of live and work together. So that's fun. The difference will be fun there.
Yes, absolutely. Good answer.
Yes.
Same question, Dr. Tiana and Shax. Well, we've seen them in Naked Time Simulation doing their thing.
The computer thought they were a thing.
Yeah, and we already know that twice at least it's referenced that they are. So yeah. And she wanted to share a bunk with him when they were doing the lower decks thing. So, I think that's definitely going to be more of a thing that's going to be explored.
I think I don't know why it's a thing, but I think it is a thing. I think Mike likes that as well.
Let's see what else he goes on to say. Boimler and Rutherford would be cute. Hashtag Sam drinks. Hashtag Trekyards. I think Boimler and Tendi would be awesome together.
Yeah,
Rutherford, I don't really care about.
Well, and even in a romance way, he doesn't even necessarily think on that level as much as he could even do. And he's, I don't know. I wouldn't say he fits to... But I mean, him and Tendi don't necessarily either. Like, they kind of feels like they tone down the connection value. Like you say, almost Tendi works better.
Anyway, I'm back. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think he deliberately toned down the Rutherford and Tendi vibes?
Yes.
I know.
I think they have. I want them to, because this first episode that we're talking about here, Strange Energies, like, it's really, she's totally crazy, and that's the B story, is her and Rutherford, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think it was toned down. I want to see Boimler and her kind of get together. I think that'd be better.
There is something to be said for not revealing the possible duos so early on, so that you're left wondering, well, where, when, who, how is it going to go? So, I mean, as with all these things, if it's good, that's all it needs to be.
Yeah. Not a band account, $5. How about Shax and Rutherford? Shax and Rutherford. Well, that's more like a mentor, student and mentor kind of thing going on, more than anything else.
I mean, Stuart, you've seen Rocky 2, right?
I have, yes.
And when the guy says, "I will break you," that's what I'm imagining Strax would be in bed. It's like, Rutherford, I will break you. So
nice.
That is my reaction to that. And yes, I was able to retrofit a previous Trekyards live into a hybrid. So yeah.
Nice. All right, Shax could be a bear for his baby bear. Oh. Shax treats Rutherford better than Crazy Tendi does. Hashtag Cap drinks. Hashtag Trekyards. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's it's different when you have subordinates and because he's definitely a look after his platoon sort of guy. He literally did sacrifice his life for the team, so he's that sort of guy. I mean, he ate shit for the team, literally, repeatedly.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yes.
Mark Lawrence throws in $5 for season 3. I'd love to see that Sela is behind Rutherford's addition to his implant.
Ooh.
Always up for Denise Crosby. That's interesting.
That is
I like that. That's something that we'll definitely talk about when it comes out, when we're coming up to season 3 and we're doing our predictions, because that storyline has a lot of potential, and we kind of already talked about it amongst ourselves, and there's lots of things to discuss there for sure. It's a whole live topic, I think.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we know they're not Vulcans or Romulans from the flashback, but you hire not Romulans. It helps to hide traces. Mm-hmm. I mean, Sela will be hell of a, and is she a lower decks villain in the sense of she tried to do big stuff in TNG and kind of failed and never quite popped?
Yeah.
So I feel like Duros would be a better, if like there was a Duros who was still alive. He'd be a funny low, but he's another Klingon. But yeah. But then also she should be the Empress in theory in some of these versions of the universe. So that's like as high as you can go. But that's interesting.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. That's a great idea, Mark.
Yeah.
Fluid Julius, $5.
Or have it be they touch a device, alternate realities it, and suddenly now Tasha Yar's on the Cerritos has been there for like 15 years. And it's like it's a Tasha episode. It's like, yes, she never died. Now she's been our head of security for 15 years. And it's like, oh shit, Tasha's back for a full episode.
Yeah, and I gotta correct you because Matt Boardman did. It was Rocky 4 with the "I will break you."
Yeah. Really, the Russian was 4? I thought it was. Yeah. What was 2 then?
I'm in Apollo Creed again.
Oh, okay.
Basically a redo of number 1. Number 3 was Mr. T. Number 4 was.
Just 3. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I only think 1 and the 4 memorable then.
and number 5 was where he lost all his money and he trained Tommy the Machine Gun, young kid. But yeah, anyway.
Wow, those are the memorable ones to me, 1 and 4. I guess.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Bringing that up. Olivia Julius, $5. Join in, make Sam the drunkest co-host in Trek history. Hashtag Sam Drinks.
That's a lot of liver damage right there.
Well, no, it's not. The next one is Olivia Julius, $100. This is 520s. Hashtag Sam Drinks. Let's see those puppies.
I mean, that is definitely a hashtag both drink. Because if Stuart's not drunk, it ain't as
I'm having
fun.
a shot, so you never have a shot, so I'm gonna have a shot.
Yeah, but I will forcibly. Well, that's also. Oh, hey, as you know, I always semi-joke, I'm hopeful, and boom, yeah. There we go. All right, let's get this vodka and blood system. Well, actually, no, that'd be dangerous. My liver. Inject vodka into your blood. How'd that go? What would happen?
Well, I would assume.
Yeah, bad things. Everyone gets the Sam's drunk face that they pay for. Okay. How will this one do? That one got worse. I was like, oh, this is great. I'm not even going to react. And then it gets worse.
Yeah. You're going to actually have to do shots sometime, though. Like, shot.
If I just don't like shots.
Neither do I, but it's something that you get used to. And
I know, but I'm also an adult that has free will and doesn't come to peer pressure. I know it's not good for me. Whereas I'll happily put 5 shots into a pitcher, and then put more drink into it, and then I'm still getting 5 shots, just in a progressively more dramatic drink. That's fine.
Ryan Gressett puts in $10.
Hey.
Do you think the Packlids blew up their planet with the second Klingon bomb by accident? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It actually leads into SVS Guru 2000's €5 super chat, who says, not sure that the Packlids got a second bomb from the Klingons. There may not have been enough time to beam it over before the Cerritos warped in. I think there was. I think it was, well...
No, I think they beamed it as they were saying it, I think.
I don't think they would have had it ready to go necessarily. But all you got to do is beam it from your cargo bay to the ship. You don't have to take it to the transporter room or anything. So I think they probably did get another one.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Yeah, I got the sense they had a couple lying around because, those are his special bombs, and he just beamed it straight over.
Yeah.
I don't think he had to construct from or anything.
Yeah.
But that is interesting. But I actually could see them doing it themselves. That is both less interesting and also satisfying. It depends how they approach it. I don't know. Maybe the biggest hat took it and decided to end the hat wars. The only way to destroy the hat is to put a bomb on it, and he didn't realize this bomb is literally the biggest bomb ever. He thought, bomb destroys hat, right? Yes! Okay! Beep, beep, beep. This is not a big bomb! It just literally destroys our planet.
Mm-hmm. Tweet pass, Swiftback, $5. Hashtag Cap Drinks. Best part of the whole season are all the ship porn in the season finale. Oh, by the way, good afternoon, gents. Happy Sunday. Good afternoon, Fleet Pod. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. Mm-hmm. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Matt. Thank you to Fleet Pod. Everybody that's here moderating. You guys are awesome. And Olivia. Olivia's here as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we do love our regulars. It's like we're living this journey with you all. That is really what it feels like. You know, it's great.
And thank you to everybody watching. 45 likes, 56 people here. Guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. The goal's 100. I know it's kind of harsh right now. Should be 50 or 75, but I'm jumping right to 100, so hit that like button.
Yeah. Oh, Olivia. Oh, no. That's so harsh. Oh,
Not a band account puts in $5. We saw Captain Sonia Gomez, and now we need to see Captain Wesley Crusher. What class of ship or ship type should he command? Hashtag Sam Drinks. I could see him commanding like a Akira class or something like that. Akira.
That's really interesting, actually, because if she got captain this limited amount of time, he was a bit younger.
He left Starfleet and then supposedly came back. Although, and then he's in the books. He served on the Titan, and it's like, it's kind of convoluted with him. But
I would rather him be a commander on a space station doing really high-end science. Like, why would he be a captain? I mean, why would Gomez be a captain as well? But most people don't become captain. Out of 1,000 people on a ship, you don't have many engineering people go to captain. They become chief engineers or science officers. Captains are very rare in terms of the crew complement of a ship. So I commander, though. There's lots of commanders because they do a lot of functional stuff. What do you think? Starbase science commander guy?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would put him in a special science division because for travel and because he's learned a lot from the traveler as
We
well. You would
hope so.
assume. Yeah, so he could help work
Yeah.
on that the warp equation to maybe break that warp barrier. Even though you know he doesn't because 900 years in the future they don't know what the hell's going on with warp.
Discovery, man. The show does ignore Discovery, Klingons and etc. So, but no Redux says, I keep clicking the like button, but it just won't go up. Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You gotta hit it once. Keep hitting it. It keeps like fluctuating the numbers, screws with the algorithms.
Oh, it's like the off
Probably
switch.
gonna break YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube knows someone's there, but they don't like it. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yes. Olivia Julius throws in $20. Thank you very much, President Lady. I think the Packlids blew up their own world with the first bomb, then didn't recognize it afterwards. Hashtag Sam Drinks. There you go. Maybe it's been destroyed for a while. Yeah. We thought it was an asteroid. I don't think they're that stupid. Let's be fair.
Although rewatching it, you do obviously look for very different things, and I liked a moment when because the Packers aren't in it very much actually, but there's a scene where they bring a saw to attack a door, which makes sense. But the joke is they don't turn on the saw, so they use the saw as a blunt weapon rather than the point of the saw, which is it's a small joke, but it's like yeah okay they understand it, but they don't know how to use it properly, which is great. I didn't miss that first time, but I just didn't appreciate it in the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that one the first time around. I was just bashing the door with the saw. It's like
I just didn't connect the. Although we obviously talked about the Klingon disruptors from day one, but anyone can get them. They're not exactly rare, so I won't call that the biggest hint, but it is a hint. Just you steal shit, so it's not really a hint, you know.
All right. Well, caught up on super chats, but guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. Only hit it once. Yeah, let's dive into it. Let's start with episode 1, I guess.
You sure? I'm up to however you want to do it, so you tell me.
This is the way we'll do it. Makes sense.
Now, apologies, I don't have the thumbnails of the first two, so I had to get compressed versions. Apologies, but we'll get past the first two.
Olivia Julius, $5. Hashtag Sam Drink. Face Sam Drinks.
I do drink faces. So episode 1, yeah, what did you think in a retro watch?
Retro watch. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Yeah. It was a great way to kick off the season, especially that first scene with the breakout of the Kardashian. Well, her calisthenics program, I guess, on Holiday was fantastic. Other than that, it's got the typical Star Trek trope of Ransom becoming a god, which is kind of fun, but at the same time, when you just look at the rest of the season later, it's like, well, we didn't really feel great about it going into the season. As our first episode, it's kind of like, but then we got the Tendi and Rutherford storyline as the B plot, and again, Tendi's a little bit psycho, but they kind of glaze over the fact that. I mean, they didn't dive as much into the fact that Rutherford lost his memories as I thought they were going to this season. So, but I mean, other than that, it's all right. We get some great shots of the Cerritos. We get it being attacked by this giant thing in orbit and being chewed on, which was interesting. But other than that, I mean, it's just kind of a mediocre episode. In the grand scheme of Lower Decks, this is kind of like upper middle road as far as scores go, I would assume. So I don't remember what I scored it, obviously. So
which is the joke, but we'll go to scores in a minute. Yeah. Is there anything you appreciated more, sort of second time round, or in retrospect that you liked more, perhaps, or that you appreciated more anyway?
Not really. I mean, I appreciate the Tendi and Rutherford story maybe a little bit more because I was more focused on the A story the first time around.
Yeah, I can see that.
This time it's like the A story. It's kind of like, eh. I mean, the drop of Gary Mitchell again, because they mentioned him a few times in season 1.
Yeah,
bringing that back up was interesting, but other than that, not really. Let's be fair. And then there's the stupid mystery of why is this thing on this planet? that makes people into gods. It's just anyway. Yeah, so it's kind of all right. I think I probably scored it higher the first time around than I would this time for sure.
Yeah,
So
it's a very stark contrast to the rest of the season.
yeah,
Like going back, it felt very different to the rest of the season. I don't know if that's you done. If I can jump in, but it's
yeah, I am done. Absolutely, please jump in.
yeah. So I know the first, obviously this is the furthest away one, but I remember I said it felt more like an epilogue to season one. This season, this time I didn't feel like that as much because it's characterful enough, but given where Mariner is at the end of the season, this just kind of feels like same old her. It felt too status quo, even though arguably she's working with her mum. Her mum is just letting her do whatever she wants, so it just feels like an extension of Mariner does whatever she wants. So it doesn't feel like a growth moment so much. Yes, it's nice they get on, and that's nice. But now we're used to it in season 2. It just feels like a very small stepping stone rather than as big a moment that we had the first time. That said, I like that she wanted to clean it. That paid off better this time because it's nice to see the inner heart that she has. But then the tonal shift, the god stuff was really abrupt. I like the fact that the Doctor got obviously got more this season, and that was some of the best, like some more of her lines in this episode. And I got the gag better with the Rock, because she does say it earlier, she does do it on him, which is funny the second or the third time. But definitely it's unbalanced, and it doesn't make Ransom look too great. Obviously that's the point, but it doesn't serve him that well. And it's just a very, very one-dimensional joke. Like, really, really one-dimensional. And so when it's over, you're like, I didn't know anything about the character. So it feels like a total waste of his character. Considering we already quite like him from season 1, but this adds nothing to him whatsoever. The mum, I think you like more. The Doctor for sure. But completely wasted for him. Completely. And it being so quick a start to his powers, it leads to such a quick an end, and neither feels satisfying. And so you're left... It's like in Discovery, where you have a universe-ending event, and then fixed. It's like, oh, well, I guess it wasn't very meaningful then. It has that feel, and so honestly, I wasn't bored. That's the wrong word, but it doesn't engage you because it's so meaninglessly big. Whereas like the last couple are meaningfully big, and that's what kind of came across more this time.
Yeah. I kind of forgot to mention the Mariner and Captain Freeman thing.
Yeah.
It definitely, it's how it starts out, which is a great way to start out this season with the way last season ended. So that was great, but it never really carried over into more of the season. I mean, they are, during the warp thing, they are playing a game and stuff, but it was a nice lead in. It never followed through with anything really. I don't know.
Well, yeah, part of it was just we have found a equilibrium, and so by its very nature we're not going to fight, which means we're not going to talk too much, and that okay, so that's as far as we're going to go. So it did kind of oddly mundanify some of that, and I think Brad was definitely missing the Titan stuff. Again, there was ample points where he should have been edited back in. I would have loved to have seen properly both stories done side by side. Would have worked a lot better, I think. They keep mentioning him. The God stuff is actually, I think, funnier. Would have been funny if we keep cutting away. Like, he's doing these amazingly big things, and I say, right, let's try and do this, this, and this. Cut away to Titan. And they're doing a mundane thing. And they come back, right, we've managed to re-trigger, like, don't explain all the science about what they're doing, this big stuff. And Boimler's doing this thing, and then once their crisis ends, then the Packard crisis begins. Like, I think they could have had a much funnier shifting of storyline there to kind of highlight the absurdity of one, but by keep focusing on the sort of boring God stuff, it's not engaging in the same way.
Yes, I think this was a little bit of a misstep as far as
story.
Yeah, and the lead off to the season. I mean, at the time we knew what to expect from season 1, but at the same time we were like, all right, this is all right. This is like a standard Star Trek trope. Is this going to be the thing that continues on?
Yeah.
I don't know, but just looking at the rest of the season afterwards, especially the last 3 episodes, it's like, oh, oof, this is rough.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's a mispitched story as an earlier season 1 story. as if they hadn't learned yet. Whereas then, you're right, by the end of season 2, it's really much more refined, like, harsh contrast of quality of story. And yet there's really good nuggets, like, tiny moments. Like, rewatching this escape, when you look past the visuals, it's actually good stuff with how Marina's, like, she can't talk to real people, because, as she says, my best friend here is the captain, which is depressing, so, which does play in well to later on, when she isn't really friends with Rutherford, she never spends any time with him, really, and she doesn't know Tendi at all, she thinks she does, and Boimler left. So, the scene actually works better now you see the entire season without the visuals, because she feels more comfortable talking to a torturous Calassian. That's comfortable to her.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, so that actually was better.
Well,
but then it's like,
I think
be friends with other people you're already friends with in theory. Just, you have them, you know?
I actually think that speaks volumes, because
Yeah.
she has kind of equaled things out with her mom, and her mom's not the enemy anymore.
Yep.
So, yes, she misses that. So she's talking to this Cardassian torturer on the holodeck as a substitute. I never really considered that, but...
Because it's when you go through all the bullshit and you look at the scene, she's just literally just discussing how she feels to a Cardassian, like you would for a shrink. Just with all the stuff around it.
Absolutely.
And it works better in that way once you know the entire arc of the season, for sure. Especially, she says later on, all my friends get promoted, so she's used to being alone, talking alone, and these people aren't alone. Talk to holograms.
Well, we got some super chats, but first of all, we have 76 people here, 64 likes, guys. I still want that 100 likes, so hit that like button if you're new here and just joining us. Let's get to some of these super chats.
And then no Rexter. Still, why was a Calassian lady helping her to escape? She wasn't. She was a prisoner until the last minute when they were also firing on the ship, and then she pressed a few buttons to help her because they were trying to kill the ship too. So that was like the last 2 seconds after she became expendable. So,
and it's no redo. You said no Rexta.
Yes.
I'm like, what? I'm like looking at the name. What?
So I'm sorry. I was focusing on Yes.
Yeah, I do too. Dyslexia is a bit.
What do people think?
Let's see. Ozzy Medeiros throws in $5 and says the Superior Commander drinks. Olivia Julius throws in $5. Did you know that the Titan shuttles are named after jazz players?
I didn't.
Musicians.
But we haven't seen a shuttle yet. We haven't seen a shuttle yet. How would you know that?
I'm going to take a drink too, because that's just amazing fact. Holy shit. I'm glad somebody told me, because I didn't know.
It might be the fact of the season, actually. Oh, we should make a shirt saying, "Did you know they're jazz musicians?" And it's just like, that's all it says.
That's what I mean. We come up with the greatest shirt ideas during these lives. We need to actually implement them.
Okay. Somebody go back and watch every single one of our lives the last 3 years and find our shirt ideas.
There's a lot of them.
Lives and ideas.
I have a lot of them written down. A lot of them stick out in my mind. I just never remember to talk to an artist about doing them. So. And they would be great. They would sell if we added those. Anyway. Whatever.
We only make a couple of dollars, so it isn't about profit. It's about the fun of doing it.
Yes.
Like, we don't make anything.
Like thrusty nipples of power with a Gorn shirt and somewhere in a convention one day. That's my goal now. That and 100,000 subscribers.
It should be a Gorn with the eyes are the nipples and a big mouth going.
Moving on. Olivia Julius, $5. Sam made me mad. Hashtag Sam. Don't stop picking on Sam, Olivia.
Pick on Stuart.
SVS Guru, 2,005 euros. Ransom could be part of the conspiracy to implicate Freeman because he wants that captain's chair. Maybe he's really Captain Ransom for Voyager. No, I very much doubt that. Everything we've seen from Ransom is he's just an innocent idiot. Like, even the whole, well, obviously, I'll be in command once you leave.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case at all. It's going to tie in. It's going to be something stupid. It's going to tie in with, like, Peanut Hampler or.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have said that for a while now. Yeah. It was just.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's going to be something, like, really obtuse. Like, Badgie's behind it for somehow. Like, it's going to be something like that. Although Badgie would frame Rutherford, but still. It's going to be something really weird, and it's going to easily be resolved. I think it's going to be resolved by episode 2 of the next season.
We have found that as a thing.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be a Captain Jellicoe situation where a new captain comes on board for like 2 or 3 episodes.
Captain Kim. I'm just saying, Captain Harry Kim.
They need somebody you don't like, though. because you want Freeman to come back. You don't want somebody that's like, ooh, I'm gonna keep them. You want somebody that's an asshole. That's why Jellicoe works, because Jellicoe's an asshole, even though he's totally right in everything he does. But anyway.
But going back to saying about Ransom, one thing I did take away extra this season, he is really loyal and really good to the captain.
Yes.
And that
I'll agree with anything you say, he even said.
Yeah. No, he's she's got a really loyal crew, and they really want the best for each other. Season 1, it was a bit more. There's a bit more interplay of negativity, but the crew feels ramped up a lot in the season. That definitely comes across when you binge watch it. The amount of they only have a few lines each, but they're always in a similar theme. So that would definitely that it came across this time.
No redo says Captain Harry Kim sounds so wrong. Though maybe Ensign Kim. Yeah, Ensign Kim as acting captain. That'd be hilarious.
But I think that's why it's funny, because it means Lieutenant Paris stayed lieutenant, but Kim got captain. That's the joke. He got captain as soon as he came back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason for that joke. And then it turns out they're all corn. It's all corn. Oh. Which, boy, rewatching that joke. Oh, it's just fresh corn. It's like, oh god, that's for Trekyards, isn't it? That we noticed the pip mishap. They literally wrote it in their dialogue about if we ever mishap that, because it might happen. That's such an us
I wouldn't be surprised. And also the whole, hey, there's a new ship. I can't wait to look at it. MSD, perfectly framed on screen, not angled at all. Just boom. That happened at least twice, if not 3 times this season. Anyway, Fleet Paw throws in $5. Thank you so much, Fleet Paw. Hashtag Cap Drinks. Put that down. Spit it out.
I actually stopped because I heard that pretty quickly. So few.
Have to counter Olivia. We have to spread the wealth. Just get Sam listed.
No, it's Stuart.
Well, I already had 2 shots, and I'm starting to feel them, so that's cool.
I'm having all the sips, so I'm feeling it.
Olivia
almost
Julius,
out my drink
$5.
already. Oh dear.
Hashtag Sam Drinks. Fleet Paw will not override me.
See, I knew.
Powerful.
I knew it was coming, so I just started.
No one is to be happy around me.
Oh.
Hashtag still waiting for Puppet Show.
Wait,
it's coming up.
Booze and Kayshon, man. Booze and Kayshon.
I know where they are. I just gotta get them out.
Yeah.
Delicious Mexican street corn. Yes.
Yeah. There was something else I have for this episode. Oh, I definitely picked up on the Jen. Like, she's more in the season than she was last season, and that came across instantly. So that was obviously good. And something else I had as well. Was this the Rutherford memory loss on the? Yeah. So he goes on a date with Barnes again, which I thought was which was fun.
I love Barnes.
And yeah, this was fun. That she talks about how me and some gals from Citation Ops are gonna have a swim later. Do you want to come? And now I'm like, I know exactly the horny devils she's gonna go swimming with. Like, I know exactly where they are and what they're doing. And you can imagine that he did go on that swim with her later, and that's why they like, come join swimming, because why else would he go to Citation Ops necessarily, except maybe with her later. So that I was like, oh, now I know. You Barnes,
And knowing is half the battle.
Tawny whales.
GI Trekyards. TR Eckyards.
Oh no!
Wow.
You had to drink already?
Just 2 shots and half a can of this. Shut up! You be quiet, you.
What did I say?
It's only episode
Not
1
a band
as well.
account. Not a band account throws in $5. Any chance we see more multi-nacelled Starfleet ships? 3 nacelles, maybe 4 nacelles, ample nacelles. Hashtag Sam Drinks.
100%.
Honestly, with the team in charge, yes, I think we probably will. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an Agra class, one of the 3 nacelled cannon ships.
Yeah.
Or even a Galaxy X.
Yeah.
Something like along those lines.
Excelsior X.
I would love, beyond everything, for them to pull in some Franz Joseph stuff, like show a TOS Federation class dreadnought.
They can't legally, but if it's different enough.
I know that. That's what I'm going to say.
But a 3 nacelle TOS Connie? That's not a dreadnought.
I would, if I was a showrunner, I'd buck that trend. I'd say, I'm showing what I want to show. So Screw you guys.
And it's funny because if they've got the license of JJ and Discovery stuff and all the classic, like, and they can't use Trans Joseph, that's a hell of a situation. And animated, like, they've got all this legacy. Though, wouldn't it be funny though if they did show, like, say, other classes with a third nacelle? Now it's an X, Excelsior X, and Equinox X. Every class of ship with a third nacelle is an X variant. Or would that be too extreme? What do you think?
Well, anything X should be 10 nacelles, don't you think?
Oh no. No, extra extreme. It's 10 times the power.
Extreme.
But the last thing I noticed in this episode... Oh, my God. That was weird. Last thing I noticed in this episode, though, which I actually really, really paid off better this second time round, was that Rutherford, his entire storyline is his brain is not working properly in theory. He's liking different things, a different personality.
He likes pears now. I mean, fuck pears.
He pairs now?
He pairs with the Bluetooth, yes.
But that absolutely is bullshit. That's completely down to the flashback shit. That's because, like, once he broke himself, that's all connected. I guarantee it. That's why there's levels to that. I felt that was now a hint that his implant isn't quite right to the other stuff. That came across more in this episode. Because it's the only time they focus on it, really. And it's like, yeah, but that's a major plot point in theory. What do you think? She says it's being a lot different throughout the last few months, and why would it just be from losing memory, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to know if he got his original implant fixed, because it is still a Vulcan implant. I don't know why they supplied him with another Vulcan implant.
Well, it was ripped out of his face, so it is a different physical implant.
But, I mean, they could have repaired the original one, because I don't know why they would have given the exact same look.
Well, it was ripped out, like he didn't have it anymore.
Oh, well, okay.
Literally ripped out of his head.
And left where?
On the pack of the ship that blew up.
Oh, well.
Like, I know
Shaq survived that.
I know.
Come on.
I know he did. I came from the Valley of Darkness with your implant, Rutherford. What the fuck? Yeah.
Don't know where I was going with that thought now. But anyway.
Well, yeah, different implant, same implant. Yeah. Why is it still Vulcan, is what I think you're saying.
Well, yeah, and like... I don't know.
It's true.
I thought that was going to be much more of a story point this season. I think the Rutherford thing is going to carry over to season 3, obviously, with the new information we got in the last episode. But yeah, I thought it'd be more of an. We even speculated on that, be more of an impact this season. This totally wasn't. So.
But I feel like the character change stuff might be because of the deeper programming stuff. Maybe. There's a hint I got. But you ready to rescore this one, Stuart?
Nope, because we got super chat.
Well then, screw me then.
Yes. People flip back $5. I mean, super chats are important. They love us. They have to address those. So, $5. Just had a driver have a blowout on a steer tire down by New York City. Haven't been paying attention because work is more important. LOL. Hashtag cap drinks. Bye, Olivia. Well.
What a thing to say.
Driver had a blowout. That sucks. Yeah, take care of work first, obviously, Fleetpaw. Come on. Fleetpaw throws in another $2. Hashtag Sylvia drinks. Bring the Admiral on. So say we all. No, I don't think so. I don't know if she wants to do that. So, Olivia Julius throws in $10. I got my puppets out. I like reenacting all of Trekyards episodes. I love making puppet Cockings drink. Wow. Probably dunk him in. Take that, Commander Cockings. Well, probably waterboard you, honestly.
Take that vodka, you will like it.
She's got the crocheted commander and captain, and we've got videos in the group chat of. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, she goes on to say, I wonder if the real Sam acts the same way. Hashtag Sam drinks.
I drink. Yeah, those crochet are gonna be fun when we get there.
That's the next goddamn episode. So.
Well, we can wait into a couple. We can and just it's more funny the more we go, so it's fine. Are you ready to score this episode then, Stuart?
Sure.
So just for clarity, he has not seen the previous scores, and while I don't remember them because I try to not look at them. So what would you give this out of 10 for this episode? That's for this season score.
Yeah. Let's clarify. I think I probably gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
And I'm not going to look, so we'll just.
But honestly, watching it this time around, I would have to say I would give this one a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
And I feel like I want to give it a 6. And the only things that kind of save it above a 5 is that first scene and the last scene and the bit with Barnes. But yeah, it's not above average. It's just a miss for storyline. It's just a miss. Now they're allowed to have like no shade, but you know, not the strongest start of the season for sure. But at least we get better. You know what I mean? That's not the end of the world.
All right. So what were the initial scores though?
No, I tell you at the end. You want to...
Well, no, people won't be able to stick around to the end.
Okay.
I think it's more fun to do it as we go.
Okay. Oh, well, fair enough. So you gave it a 7. I gave it a 6. Last year.
I mean, you begin the season 2 months ago.
Oh.
Last year.
A 7 and a 6.
We gave it the same scores?
Yeah. Shit. Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Oh. Well, good for them. Damn, okay. I thought... Oh, wow.
For us.
Yeah. Wow. I thought you...
That's awesome.
I
think we got to do it as we go, because not everybody can stay for the full length of this, so they miss out on that stuff.
And to be fair, I'll reiterate at the end, because we'll have forgotten. And you still don't know the top ones. I'm really surprised. I thought you... Yeah, I thought we were both going to go higher.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm glad like I said, I speculated I'd probably give it 8.5 the first time around. So
Thank fuck you didn't.
I know, right?
Wow. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
All right. Fleet Pass puts in $5. Olivia, you are under arrest for mistreating puppet cockings and real cockings. #capturings.
And so you abused Stuart with okay. I mean, you know, we're gonna allow that. We're gonna allow that too. Yeah.
Eric Martin, $5. New poll?
Oh mark. God, yeah.
Would fans prefer serving on a Vulcan ship or watching paint dry? Yeah, we haven't done a poll yet this live. What the hell?
Well, let's do one for each episode. Is there a fun poll, or should I just say, did you like the God storyline, or did the God ransom work?
Sure. Zoxisir puts in $10.
Oh, thank you.
$10 super chat with no comment, but thank you so much. Very much appreciated. We'll take a drink for that.
Okay, so in the poll, did the God ransom storyline work overall? And it can be 51% work or diswork.
Zoxer, who just put in the $10 super chat, says, "Whoops, I didn't get this to the super chat. Did you see the USS Lochnar FASA design that got stuck into the Titan's lounge?" Yes, we did. We pointed that out, and it's not really a Lochnar.
Yes.
It could be considered one. I can see why a lot of people think it is. Yes, we talked about that quite a bit. We did the interior of the Titan videos.
And in fact, Mike and the production team a guy did post an example of what they could have been, and they kind of confirmed like 3 out of the 4. And yes, 1 is a very strange one. We guessed 2. It's not the Discovery, it's something else. But yeah, it's bastards make him more visible. I want to see what you put. But yeah, I don't think it wasn't Dreadlock now, but it was something similar. So guys, vote please in the chat we would want to see. But yeah, episode 2 then. I guess I'll start with this one.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
One more super chat.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Olivia Julia's $5. Puppet Olivia is mad at you, Fleet Paw. For that, I must punish Sam. # Sam drinks. Okay, let's all just be thankful that Olivia doesn't go to a planet that has a beam that turns her into a god.
That is true.
She would be attacking Trekyards Central Command.
And let's be thankful she isn't a millionaire.
She would just like hold your mouth open and pour like continuous liquid or alcohol down your throat is what she would do.
But imagine if she was a millionaire, just putting like 100. It's like, we'd love it, but we would be dead.
25 minutes into this.
We've made $2,000 in super chats. I'm fucking hammered. Yeah, we both pass. Can you imagine if we both pass out during the live, and so literally it's just us snoring?
That'd be hilarious. 10 hours later, it's like.
That would be. I mean, that would be, and then my camera's destroyed a puke. That would be awful. But there's a universe where that's happening, and we're well off, but we have gone to the hospital for alcohol poisoning. Episode?
Oh, Zoxer says, I missed your talk about it. I'll go back. Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah, you go back. Right, we talked about it's not the lockdown. Go back and watch the video.
Yes, I made a video about it with the, I did comparison things and blah, blah, blah. It's good, it's interesting. Okay, episode 2, Strange Energies. This one is the Keishon one.
Episode 2 is Keishon, his eyes open.
Which I liked less second time around, I think, just because as soon as they got out of the museum, I was bored by everything they were doing. It felt so unnecessary, and once again, Mariner goes nowhere, does nothing. Her going its jet and their dialogue, we know all about her. Yes, she's saying so out loud for the first time, but it's all feel like rehashing. And the end makes you feel bad for Jet because he should be in the crew more. And so it's like introducing a good character like Keishon, and then knowing this is sort of wasted time. If you know you're going to use them for 20 lines, make them more meaningful. And so, like I say, everything from like the first 8 minutes feels just, I lost interest this time around because I know it just doesn't mean as much. And yes, obviously the references are fun, and it's really good to see Jet be very in command, and that's good. He's a good character, and I even still quite like the Sonic Shower because it's a perspective on everything, and obviously everyone tries to collect data, so the lead up's really good, but I think once they get past that first thing, it just falls down pretty quickly, and so it's, again, I just think a missed beat story. I don't know why. So yeah, I just wasn't as engaged.
This one I really liked. We got the Sonic Showers, which was cool to see. This is like our boatload of Easter eggs and references episode for sure. This and one of the other ones.
Well, and also mention how you worked out they keep shifting, like how much they show and don't show, because you made a great point about that.
Yeah, like this one they show a ton. They didn't show really any of the first episode. This one they show a ton. Next one they don't show any.
Yeah.
It kind of does that. Like they have an allotment or something, like a amount they're allowed to do, and they can spread it out or they can focus it. And I think that's kind of what happened. So, no, this one I thought was really great, just for all the Easter eggs and references, especially the animated series stuff with the Spock 2, the big giant clone, and also the Titan stuff. You get to see the main Titan crew.
Yes.
The command crew with Boimler. So there was a lot going on here, and I thought this is a great way to start off this season. The first episode was a little bit of a miss. This one is rock solid. We're going to see a lot more of this Titan crew now this season. We're going to see, and then it ends with the whole Boimler thing, Boimler getting transporter duplicated and one heading back to the Cerritos.
That is true.
Which is neat way to do it, because we were wondering, he's a main character, how are they going to do that? So a lot of good stuff happened in this episode, and we really had fun looking at the references and things on the collector's ship. And meeting Keishon, having a Temerian on board was awesome, and the whole thing that happened to him with the puppet thing. It was just a really fun episode, and I thought this was going to set the tone for season 2. And sadly, it didn't. Like, I could take out every episode except I want this one and maybe the last 3 as the best episodes of this season. So I'm not sure score-wise what I would have given this one, but I really thought this one was a fun one, and I really wish it would have been episode 1. I think
that would have been better episode 1. Yeah,
I think Strange Energy's been like season or episode 3 or 4 would have been better. Honestly,
that's perfect.
But this one was really good. This was a good start to the season, even though it was kind of a hiccup start.
And thanks for reminding me of the Titan, even the thumbnails. That all the Titan stuff is good in the Lower Decks context. That's the best stuff, apart from those first scenes in the museum. And every time it cuts back to it, it's more serious, it's more interesting. Boimler stands up to Enterprise D, which plays off even better now when you know like how much better Office is going to be. Like, he wants the classic stuff, and it did make me laugh out loud. I joined Starfleet to beam. Brilliant writing. But then the transporter clone, it's still a bit weird. We don't know which one got sent, because I do make it clear, now I rewatched it, that one of them is distinctly the clone and one is the real. Like, the real him got to the shuttle and escaped. The clone of him beamed up. So which one made it back? There is a difference, because only one of them did the trick to the other one to stay, that's because one of them had the extra few minutes of memories fighting Packers, one just beamed up. I would like to know which one actually stayed, because there is a distinct difference. We never worked out which.
Yeah.
But that's the best stuff of the episode. And it never pays off in any way. Never. Yet, but we're reviewing this season. And thanks for reminding me, but that makes me think worse this episode, because that's the good stuff. That had legs,
Yeah. And we got to see more of the Titan interior. We got to see the Ready Room. We're hoping to see more Titan this season, even though it's just interspersed. And it just, here's the end. Boom. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
What? Kind of sad, actually.
But also, now in retrospect, watching it, it almost does feel like when we say goodbye to our Brad, it's saying, okay, this Boimler is a lower decker. He deserves to be where he is. Our Boimler, he's a Lieutenant Junior grade. He's a capital ship guy. He's not a lower deck officer anymore. They've transitioned into being adult and child, and so we don't need to see him again because, he's just a more advanced Boimler. That's not what the fans would want, but that's almost contextually how it kind of feels with hey, let's have Ron and Ale together, best friends. So there is that kind of growing up moment, but it doesn't feel that in first watch because you're okay, where's the follow-ups? Oh. Yeah.
I just remember our discussions about all the things that could lead from this episode and how the Titan could fit into the rest of the season. It's never went anywhere. It's seriously.
In fairness, it lets him get to the party. In fairness, that's really the only connection.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said before, they really should have had him talking to the guy via subspace message, sending messages back and forth, seeing how two Boimlers live. That would have been great. And it's just the one guy doing audio. Really, but like I say, the museum stuff once they're traipsing through just was boring. It was boring to me. I like that Tendi and Rutherford were in charge, but it makes it sound more stupid if they knew the way out and didn't say it because they're not in charge. So it's a
yeah.
It's such a contrasty episode. There's so many moments of good, but a whole load of just grey bleh.
Yeah.
That's kind of last week too, or the first episode too. But
I wouldn't say there's a whole load of grey bleh. I loved everything in this episode.
No, well, that's why we're different.
Everything.
Yeah, that's why we're different.
Yeah. Olivia Julia throws in $5. Sam is drinking weak beer. #Sam drinks. Olivia Julia throws in $5.
Let's do it.
I can't wait to add the real cap and commander to my collection. Maybe I'll even kidnap the pug. #Sam drinks. So that's really creepy on multiple levels. So
yet logical for her. I see no out of character there.
Please keep my skin attached to my body and keep me alive. That's my 2 requests.
Oh my god, the last this now having rewatched it, having them climb over Spock, knowing all the full context, that's more gruesome. Climb over his skeleton, touching Spock's head. It's more gruesome this time around for me.
Yeah. Ski Whisker 2322, $5.
Cool name.
In theory, they are both clones if he has ever been transported once. The real him died when he was transported the first time. #Cap drink, #Sam drink. Yes, the whole transporter thing. I need to get a new drink, so hold on a second.
But there's still a double transporter clone and a normal transporter not clone.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Robert, when I have time, because I don't have time right now. This is my 1 week to do other stuff. But 82 people watching, 80 likes. Doing fantastic. Thanks, guys. And yeah, so the poll, only 40 comments, only 42 people voted in the poll. I want to do a poll each episode, so please, guys, 42 votes. It's free, it is easy. 81 people, click on the vote now. Did the God Ransom storyline work overall? Yes or no? Please vote. I want to see at least sort of 60, so click, please. AC agrees with Stuart. Dan, yeah. We do drive on the right side of the road, the correct side. Oh, Brian. Nah, it'd be fine, it's not showers.
I returned just in time for another super chat. Olivia Julius, $5. Great idea. I'll make a captain coat with all that blubber and make #Sam drinks. Wow.
Goodness.
That's rude.
It is. But yes, and briefly for scores, I both first two are weak in my brain for different reasons, but I'm not sure which I liked more. Because I just was turned off during a good chunk of this one. So I don't know. But yeah, Stuart, well, I guess I do my score first, but I feel like I'm going to say same as the first episode, I give it a 6.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one for me, knowing the way I
don't
think.
don't overthink it. Just put your gut
No, I'm
reaction.
not.
Okay.
Let me see what I gotta say.
Okay.
Knowing how I think, I probably gave this a 9.5 the first time around. This time I'm still gonna give it a 9.5 because I really enjoyed.
No,
this
wait,
episode.
hold on. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because I really enjoyed this episode. I think it's really fun. It's a nice turn your brain off, look for all the little hidden things kind of episode. I really love it. So there you go.
But you know what would have made it a lot better for me is if they'd actually used the stuff in the museum to help them get through the museum. Because, for example, if they said, okay, now we've got to fight the thing. Okay, let's grab this TOS Clear Disruptor, this Voyager Kazon Sonic device, this, that would have made it all the more powerful. Because there's a reason for the museum. They're using the things as references now. They aren't just, hey, look at this. Because at the end of the day, it's just a, hey, look, there's a thing a guy drew. But if they'd used the pieces, that would have made it all the better. They really don't. And so they're super surface level. Wow, okay. Episode 2 then. You gave it 9.5 out of 10. I gave it a 6. Originally, you gave it a 9. And I gave it a 7.
Okay. I was being reserved because I wasn't sure what was coming up in the season.
Wow. Fuck, okay. I thought you were going to give it an 8.5. I'm shocked. Okay, wow. There we go. There we go.
No, I really love this episode. Really fun.
Damn.
Olivia Julia is $5. Oh, never mind. You already
Aha!
Don't drink, Sam.
Thank you.
It was a trick.
Episode 3, Stuart. What do you think then? We'll always have Tom Paris.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a start to the sentence.
First of all, such an underuse of Tom Paris or Robert Duncan McNeil. At least it was more than we thought. We thought it was just going to be the goddamn plate. At least he was actually there. He got to fly the ship. But the whole Shax being back was fun as hell. One of my favorite things about that episode for sure. And never explained properly, which is great. Mariner and Tendi teaming up. Again, seeing a new team up was awesome. Get to see a little bit of Tendi's backstory with her being, the winter, whatever that she was. Devana, that's your name? Well, that's my name. It's like, really? You didn't know that? We all knew that. So her and Mariner together as a team was quite interesting. But the whole Tom Paris thing was totally underserved, unfortunately. There was some cool stuff with Shax, with the Mirror Universe and the Borg and stuff like that, like how he might have come back, and Rutherford freaking out about that was really fun. So we kind of already saw Mirror Universe Shax early on. I forgot all about that, actually. The whole Dr. Tiana thing with the box was funny, I guess. It's a cat, but I don't know. There wasn't a lot here. I was just glad to see them partner up differently. Like Tendi and Mariner were great to see together. So, other than that, I honestly don't remember much about the goddamn episode. So, oh, Kazon, yes, Kazon, and yeah, but that's about it. So there you go. I just thought it was all right. More Tom Paris, please. That's all I have to say.
Well, any Tom Paris, real Tom Paris, please.
Why is he so excited to fly a California class ship?
Because the engines purr, apparently. You flew with Intrepid for 7 years, you prick. They purr.
Ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Delta Flyer.
And the Delta Flyer.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are.
I think he's just being polite.
Oh well. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. This is like his 9th tour. He's just like, yeah. It's like the singers say, well, hey, good to be here in Minneapolis. Is that where I am? Yeah, okay, good. Hey, Minneapolis. I didn't just fly off a plane and was
Yeah.
at a different location yesterday. I don't remember where I am.
Just say the name of the city or the state, and
Exactly.
you'll get a cheer. That's how
So
that
he's
works.
just like, yes, I hear these. Insert ship name. Engines really purr. That's his line. That kind of fits.
And the whole, don't get us lost in the Delta Quadrant. I've never heard that one before. That's very unique.
I've done more than you've ever done in your entire career. Yeah. You done? Yeah.
Yeah, I totally am done. Sorry. What did you think
Yeah,
of this
no,
episode?
I actually enjoyed this one, I think, more the second time. I don't remember what I said the first time, but knowing that Tom Paris is a totally pointless character and completely worthless in the story, that improves the story a fucking ton. A fucking ton. All of the stuff with Tendi and Mariner is really enjoyable because it adds to the lore. They're a good duo. Rutherford and Boimler, not a good duo. They don't complement each other properly. They just on the same flat plane. Whereas those two girls do complement each other. I know it's the tension between them that complements it with, like, I don't know your name. Like, that's a good set of dialogue, but they work really well together. So that highlights it. We go to familiar locations. There's a lot of familiar aliens, but in a very logical way. We get the Klingon acid rock, which feels very organic and nice. They build a nice rapport. The box thing's fine, but it's just MacGuffin, and the payoff's quite nice. Yet again, not doing medical stuff because she's not really a medical person, nor science. But the line of saying, "How could you think that all the stigma of Orions? I was at the academy, and people think only Orions are smugglers and thieves. My cousin works in a smugglers and thieves den. We should go there." Beautiful dialogue, beautiful editing, and Mariner's like, okay, if you can cope with the total oops of that, we'll go. So that was great. That was really fun. So that stuff's really rather good, actually. Paris's 45 seconds is while good. Yeah, not saying I haven't heard that before with Delta Quadrant line is why. Come on, that's the obvious retort because obviously he's heard it a billion times. He's too polite. He's got a bit of jazz to him. He should have. Well, not jazz. Well, damn it. Bloody Riker, but he's got a bit of fire to him. Should have had that. And Boimler, while he's a bit pathetic in this episode, and he really is, he's also really determined, and that comes across well. Although then watching his journey through the ship, the fact that he starts in the middle in the saucer, and then he goes down to the secondary hull engineering deck. And then above the bridge, despite there not being any above the bridge, completely nonsensical and it's completely forgettable in terms of who the hell cares. And again, neither the end scene for sure. So it's a very mixed bag one, but it doesn't do anything much wrong. It's just ignore it's about Tom Paris, which is the name of the episode. But I think I liked it more without the expectations it raised in the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah. Stuart, do you want to give me a score then?
This time around, I'd probably give this one because I really like the Tendi and Mariner thing. I'm gonna give it a 7.3.
You're embracing the points. I like it.
Yeah, might as well. More accurate way to do it.
Yeah. No, I think it was 7.5. I think that's fair. I think it's, for me, best of the season so far.
I just want to point out there.
Yeah.
Put out that my initial thought was 7.8, but I lowered it.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah, I went straight 7.5. That just, gut reaction to me. Oh, okay. Cool. What did we say at the start of the year? Ooh, interesting. Okay. Fuck, okay. You gave it a 5.5.
Wow. I was butthurt about the Tom Paris thing.
Mr. 7.8 over here. Wow. And I gave it an 8. So I went down 0.5 and you went up 2.4.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Stuart. Wow.
That's surprising to me, actually.
That's really surprising. Wow. Okay. So yeah, enter the poll because we'll jump back to the chat. I finished the poll with: did the God Ransom storyline work overall? 58% yes, 42% no. Okay, Fair enough. But now we'll jump on a Tom Paris poll question.
Oh, we forgot the Tendi or the Keishon episode poll question. While you're making one, I'll read a super chat or two. You'll probably have to drink, so get a drink ready. Olivia Julius, $10. Welcome to the collector ship, Julius. I have the best stuff in the galaxy. Here's my Foley, and that in the back is my Cockings. If you watch, he will give you his hashtag drink face. Hashtag Sam drinks. He already did, so. SKW, Isigar 23. Wow. Anyway, 2322, $5. I don't like them making the whole cetaceans are cats jokes. They are cat-like. They are just anthropomorphized Earth cats. Hashtag cap drink, hashtag Sam drink. Yeah, I don't mind it though. I think it's kind of funny.
Well, I feel like when you get a society where you've literally had these people in our culture for 100 years, so you've grown up as a child knowing cetaceans, that there's a certain societal understanding where you can't be too reserved. Like, you need to be one big Starfleet, and by doing that, you need to break down barriers and just interact as equals. And so they'll say, "Oh, you stupid apes." You know, "Oh, apes are so silly."
Oh,
and
that's
they'll
harsh.
and you can say, "Oh, cats always do this," and then, "Oh, reptilians." It's just, it helps society kind of coexist by having that equal level of banter. You know, if everyone was just inorganically professional, there would be no, as we've said before, Doug Drexler, the more he makes fun of you, the more he likes you. Now, it's not for everybody, obviously, but, it's a certain level of comfortability. And, they've been part of Starfleet so long, in theory, that, like, there shouldn't be this racism because it's normal. I mean, how many of us are negative to something that's been in our lives for 100 years as normal?
Yeah. I mean, I get what he's saying. Like, they're aliens. They shouldn't replicate the characteristics of Earth cats. I understand that, but it's still kind of funny.
But also,
Let's be fair.
are you judging it as a drama whereby that's a cheap thing for them to do? But also, they could be very cat-like as a people, and that's okay. Don't judge them for being cat-like.
Are you saying they're pussies? Is that what you're saying? Are you insulting them, saying that they will back
Stuart,
down?
I don't think a pussy's ever a bad thing.
It's true. Very true. Moving on. SVS Guru 2000 puts in €10. Ensign Barnes was suspiciously absent from the finale. Since Rutherford dated her during both versions of the implant, she might be his Section 31 handler. Ooh, he may be responsible for the Packlet explosion. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that's one of the twists in season 3. That's kind of crossed my mind, because the way they kind of just threw that little scene in, and yes, all it takes is him. He's an engineer. All he has to do is bring something so that you can detonate it from whenever, wherever. What was he actually doing in the last episode? Running around with the station ops.
He was helping.
Anything else? Oh, he had the error message.
That's true. Yeah.
They could have been accessing his implant and that set off the bomb. See? We'll talk about that in a prediction video. That's a really interesting idea, though.
Yeah, Barnes. That's actually kind of interesting, yeah.
It's a shame, though. I like Barnes. I don't want him to be a bad guy, so.
Well, differently perspectived.
Yeah, so doing what's good for the Federation. Louis Julius, $5. This is my court-mandated be nice to Cockings time. Hashtag cap drinks. And another $5 since that's over. Sam drink.
Deary me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm absolutely out of drink now, so I will have to jump in and grab some more.
Go grab some more.
Cool.
All right, guys. So we're moving into episode 4. We're almost at the halfway mark here. We have 88 likes. 12 more likes to get to 100. That was the original goal, so let's try to do that. 12 of you probably haven't hit that like button, guys. Yeah. So hit that like button, and super chats coming is great. If you guys want us to have any shots or anything, let us know. Those are usually the bigger amounts, like $10 is half shot, $20 is full shot. So, but the $5 ones are just regular drinks. But yeah, so moving into the next one is Mugatu Gamatu. And yeah, let us know what you've thought so far about the season up to this point. Let's see what is this poll that we got going on here. Were you happy with the Tom Paris part of the episode? 65% say yes, 63% now, and so yes, and 37% say no. So that's interesting. Keep those poll results coming. We want to try to get 100 votes. We're at 38 votes right now, so we do change the poll a few times during lives. So pay attention. Jarzia throws in $5. Quick prediction: how many seasons of Lower Decks do you think we'll end up with? I'm going to guess 6. I'm hoping for 7 at least. That's kind of the Star Trek trope. I'd be fine with 10.
I'm going to guess 8, just to have a unique number. 8 or 5. Because they might run out of interest to do it.
We're going to get more than 5. Come on, this show's just amazing so far.
But they've got to want to do it, as in Mike. The actors will do it as long as they're being paid for the most part. Because in voiceover, you don't have to spend years on sound stages. That's easy.
Mike loves it so much, he's going to keep doing it.
But if that's literally your only job, like, he can't. I mean, no, he does have another show. He does do 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
He does Infinite Space.
Shows.
Hey,
Final
talented
Space.
guy. Yeah. Talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great to talk to him one day again.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have a lot to talk about.
And Fleet Paw puts in $5. He needs to grab more drink, especially if Olivia stays the full live. Hashtag cap drinks. Working on getting the tires fixed, sending one of my texts down.
Good man.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yes.
And I'll drink.
Good. All right. So that was an interesting review shake-up for that one. Episode 4 then. I'll jump in. The Magato one. Magato.
Gamatu.
Yes. This one I think I liked more than the first time because I liked... The first time we were looking at the Mariner, she's a secret agent, as being a big reveal. Oh, it's not really. But this time around, it works better as she's tricking the crew to keep people away from her because she doesn't want to make friends because it means that when they leave. So that, I think, works a bit better in retrospect. The Magato sex scene still is a bit stupid, but whatever. But it's overshadowed by the lack of the chemistry with Boimler and Rutherford. It feels somewhat forced.
Yeah.
Well, it's just they don't gain anything. It's not forced, just they don't do much. Again, the first scene, too violent, really doesn't help anyone. But it does connect better with her being this aggressive character. And she does say in the end that it resonates more now. It's the thing I can do by myself. That comes across more this season, that she does a lot of stuff by herself. And so she's good at certain things of a single-driven tasks. And the Ferengi stuff's good for the most part. But there's like a chunk in the sort of 3/5 of the way through that kind of drags for some reason. And Patingi, well, I love the guy. He's there for like 47 seconds.
Yeah.
So
that's being generous.
Yeah. So that would have been a great thing, but just sort of remove the plot line. So it's better than I remember. It holds up better, but again, when you don't have expectations of grander story plots, it works better, which is kind of sad. But it is a better Mariner story than I gave it credit for first time round, now knowing her arc. That's what I'm going to say.
Huh. All right. This one kind of underwhelmed me, I believe. I love seeing the Megatu again. Don't get me wrong. There's some really cool stuff there. But seeing the Ferengi kind of take a back step, but not really, because, Ferengis are like humans. You got your asshole Ferengis and you got your, your good ones. So.
And they do come through the end.
Yeah.
So.
seeing them as poachers and then basically, you know, taking advantage of the fact that they're Ferengi and capitalizing on their greed was a fantastic way to close out the episode. So, again, Mariner took a back seat to everybody else, kind of doing their thing, even though she was kind of hyped up for this as being a super secret agent. But honestly, at the end, she's like, hey, they're doing their thing. They're making it work. So that was great. This is the one episode that went just a tad, a hair's breadth too far for me with the Megatu horn thing. Not a big deal, really, in the grand scheme of things, but it just was one step that I was like, oh, guys. But anyway, and I'm not a prude by any means, so.
By any
means. The other storyline was the guy that lost his ship and took advantage of Captain Freeman's generosity, only to then be caught again because there were reports of people doing that in the sector. So that I could have done without. It just made Freeman look stupid and weak.
I disagree. I think it makes it look like, okay, yes, weak, but in the context of it's a con man. How many con men do we have in TNG? She's being
I'm not giving anybody much shit for my ready room. Sorry.
Well, okay. Apart from that one bit, like she's being very professional. She's much better a captain than season 1. She's not overreacting. But yeah, giving your own personal stuff is silly. Like, yeah.
Duplicate it, replicate it.
Yeah.
Easy enough to do.
He hasn't got a ship. He has all these scanners. He won't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, an all right episode, but I remember at this point I'm like, oh, this is kind of a letdown this week, which kind of carries on for the next few episodes, unfortunately. So, I think of scoring right now. This one I probably scored I'm going to say at this time I'm scoring at a. So everybody's kind of together. There's no real separation of the main characters. Rutherford and Boimler get some scenes together, but they're kind of idiotic.
But you got that great scene at the end when they're showing the math on a homemade projector. And there's a great little moment where they're like, and actually this worked, where Mariner's like, they solved the problem with the power of math, which is totally a reference to Discovery, and it actually works here because she's like, the freaking nerds, they did it. I love those guys. Like, it feels really more genuine. Yeah. And then they're like, compromise. She's like, compromise! And she's so genuinely happy that her friends did something heroic in their way, and it feels so genuine for her. Really nice in comparison to other seasons or other scenes.
And it carries on tradition of her just spinning yarns because she's like, see those guys over there? That's how the episode ends. Yeah. Those guys took on like 15 Megatu or whatever the hell she says.
They're the Megatu twins.
Yeah. So this one, honestly, it's not bad by any means. Any bad episode of Lower Decks is still a fantastic episode compared to the other stuff that's on the air right now. So I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 out of 10. It inspired me to do the Megatu 101 survival guide. So what's that?
Yeah, for me, I'm in the same place. I think it's a little bit worse for me than last week's, the Tom Paris one, but not a lot. Not a lot. So I also agree with 7. I think it's very fair. That's still quite a high score. What are we going to say? I don't know. Right. Originally, we both gave it a... Okay, you gave it a 5. I gave it a 6.
Holy shit.
Wow. I knew I was being more positive, but you're real more positive. Wow, okay. This is good.
I hate so much the first time.
I don't know.
Because that's harsh for me to get a 5. Honestly.
That's real bad. And it's interesting because normally we're lower in our second scores. So it's interesting we go higher.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah, interesting.
I'm going to quickly end this Tom Paris poll. We got 55 votes. 60% said yes.
Okay.
He was happy. They were happy with it, and 40% said no. So I'm going to do another poll right now.
Yeah, AC, that Mariner mentioned, your Lost Outpost sort of... That I thought was stupid. Like, that makes no sense. The planet wasn't called Lost Outpost. The mission report wasn't called Lost Outpost. It's
funny.
It's a meta joke, but it's a meta joke. You got to take it as a meta joke without any like legs to it. I get it, but it's like okay, okay. I get it. I get what you did there.
All right, there's a new chat up right now. I'll let Samuel read it because I created it.
Always fun. Was the Magotu horn-rubbing masturbation jerk-off scene, Watcher, too much for you, yes or no? Yes. Good question. Yeah.
I'm interested because a lot of people are like, it didn't bother me at all. A lot of people are like, what the hell? And even me, like, you know me. You all know me. No prude. And that scene was just like, oh,
I mean, look at his shirt.
You can buy this in the TeePublic store down below. This is Trekyards 2019 Star Trek Las Vegas away mission shirt.
The last official Vegas.
Yep. And Samuel and myself going together. And it was great. So check it out. Pick it up. Awesome shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, please vote now or forever hold your peace. So, I'll do the first with the next one then. Embarrassment of Duplers. This, obviously I knew I really liked the first time. So obviously I was going in rewatching it with a sense of, I obviously like this one. I do think it holds up really well. It's the most fun of this season so far. Easily. Yes, Mariner's a bit of a renegade, but it kind of works this time. You had a lot of Mariner. There's a lot. Well, it's this pairing back together, and so it has a certain sharpness to the dialogue where Boimler's improved and you can sense it. Mariner gives a lot of hints about her backstory. You know, she worked on DS9 from previous episode. You say she also lived on this station, so we keep seeing her do important things, and yet where she is, you get obviously all the ships, all the aliens, all the space station stuff. All the references, all the throwaway stuff, the Dupla stuff, I still find fun. This is the only other real time that Rutherford has a connection with his implant, which is okay. It's saved for the fact that the model is really fun, and Tendi is a great supporting character to his storyline. That works well. Mm-hmm. She's not. Her craziness is now gone. That was obnoxious in the first two, especially the medical one, which is shotgun medicaling. Obnoxious too far. This is a great balance of friend versus character. And I mean, I enjoyed watching it again. There's not much I didn't enjoy. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun. It's so visually spectacular. The story isn't like the most amazing story in the universe, but it's a really fun ride. And to see them at the end as a crew come together in the bar is nice. It's charming, and yeah, this is Lower Decks kind of failing. You know, we are Lower Decks through and through, unfortunately, even though he's just been Titan. And the higher ups still have their fun party with a Okuda that won't say anything.
The Rachel Okuna.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I think probably as much as last time. It was good.
Yeah. This one for me had one of the best Tendi Rutherford kind of things going on. With the little model kit, which actually is a foreshadowing to the naked Cerritos we see in the last episode as well. So the model kit thing was cool. The Tendi, she wasn't insanely crazy in this episode, which was fantastic.
Balanced.
Yes. Yeah. That being said, you can't say the same thing for the other characters, like Captain Freeman beaming the Dupler guy into the... Anyway, that's a whole thing. Fun episode, seeing the starbase, seeing the different ships docked around it, the data, actually all the references. There was a lot of references in this one as well. This was another one that they dumped a lot of that Easter egg goodness into with the shops and stuff. So I really like that part of it. Again, more animated series stuff. Lots of it on the walls of the bar. You got to see the human aviary area as well,
which is so underplayed. It's just there. Moving on.
Yeah,
it's so gently integrated.
Yeah. But no, the bar was great. Great way to end out, but it raises a lot of questions as well for that bar. But that's another issue. But overall, just really fun. A really good episode. It really shows the Boimler missing the Titan. And at the same time, his relationship with Mariner is strengthened by this episode, I would say.
Oh, a massive amount, yeah.
So there's a lot that's going on in that regard as well. Plus, we get to see like cameos from Shelby and all that stuff, even though it's not really because you don't hear their voice, but and also the concept Saru, which is really cool. So lots of little really great stuff in this, Easter egg wise and just character wise. And I would say this is probably one of the better ones of the season for sure. Definitely in the upper like half of the season. So this was a fun ride, and literally they had a car chase. So and Alex Kurtzman in the episode in a pike chair. So that was a thing. Anyway, yeah, liked this one. I'm trying to remember everything else that happened in it right now, but I think that's pretty much it. So
yeah, it's pretty dense with fun.
Before we get to the scores, though, SVS Guru 2010 euros. On one hand, the horn scene didn't bother me, but on the other hand, it gives the fandom menace grifters more fuel to point at Lower Decks and scream how much it sucks. Yes, I said the exact same thing when it happened, both in private to Sylvia and also on our live stream, where I'm like, it just fuels those hater channels a lot. Like, I love the humor, I really do. I love a lot.
They get it.
Yeah, it's a humor that speaks to me, much like Family Guy and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But that one went just that too far for me, and at the same time, a lot of it is just, it feels a little shoehorned in, and those are the moments that I kind of cringe and go, that's what the fandom menace is going to lock onto and use as one of their reasons, and I hate that, but it is what it is. So.
Although, do the anti-New Trek channels even talk about Lower Decks?
I don't even know. I haven't watched them for a long time.
So honestly, I mean, I don't.
They're too busy enjoying it because you can't watch the show as a Star Trek fan, as a purist, like the fandom menaces, and not enjoy this show. I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, I don't know if I'm being too far out there, but it's just the way it is.
And it's not like, you know, okay, we've always said there are a few misses this season, but it's still enjoyable. It still feels like Star Trek. Yes, okay, exaggerated, fine, but you can feel the heart of gold. You really can, and that is so key that Discovery's just missing the heart of gold. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. All right, so your score first this time because.
Yeah. No, for me at this point in the season, easily the best. Like, not even a question. Easily the best. Again, I don't remember what I gave it, so I'm just going to give it what I think this time round. I know the last three obviously have great scores, so that's, you know, but I think any flaws it did have, and I just did rewatch it. I'm failing to kind of pull away from any flaws I had, so I'm gonna have to say a 9.2. It was real good. It was one of the best that Lower Decks has made for a Trek fan. Maybe not as a story itself, but as a Trek fan, it really gets where it needs to go. So yeah, 9.2.
Okay. I would say for me, it'd probably get a 9. Yeah, it's the number that comes to mind. So yeah.
Okay.
9.
So what we said originally. Okay. Hey, cool. You said 8.7 originally. It's up.
I was originally gonna say 8.9 this time.
And I give it a 9.2.
Wow.
I give it the same.
Consistent at least.
Yeah, that's actually kind of unusual. We tend to shift a little bit. So you gave it 0.3 high, and I get the exact same. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna give it? 9.2. Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Me too. I was overthinking it at the end, going, "What should I give this?"
It's not,
like I said,
I love when we shift our numbers, but we haven't done it. It'll be the same list. God damn it! Oh goodness.
It shows consistency.
No, it's great. Right, back in 1 second.
Yeah. Fleetpaw Swiftback throws in $2. Model Cerritos for the win. Micro warp core breach. Yeah, the ship was really cool, man. It was really great seeing that model, especially as a model builder. because so many times you're like building something, and you're like a little cockpit, and you're getting all the details right, and you're like, oh, it would be cool if like I shrunk down and like could sit in this, how it would look. And you realize if you actually did shrink down and get in there, it would look like shit. Because it really, even as precise as you can get it, it wouldn't look good. But just seeing the inside of that model and then seeing that it could fire phasers, it could do, stuff that was really cool. And then to tie it into the last episode with the orange kind of inner hull was really neat. So, Olivia Juliet's $5. Got to go soon. Who do I donate this super chat to? My eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who cares? Sam drinks. It's funny. I'll take a drink because he's not here, but he'll have one when he gets back. Don't know why he has the Spy Humongous review thumbnail up yet. It shouldn't be up quite yet. I'm just going to go off camera for 1 second. I'm still here, though, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm still here. AC, I love the Retos model that Tindy and Rutherford were building. The inner hull has the same orange color as the real inner hull that's shown in season 2, episode 10. Absolutely. I mean, and they knew that going in. We didn't. So. I feel like I want to do like intermission music here, like sorry.
Hello there.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good.
Dan Ben says, so is Lower Decks and Prodigy canon? Yes.
Yes?
Simple answer.
I don't think we'd review it as much as if it wasn't.
It's more canon than anything else we've seen lately, so... Anyway.
Episode 6, Stuart. The Spy Humongous.
Oh, the Spy Humongous. All right. Well, this was just a fun episode in general. We get to learn a lot more about the Packlids, which is fantastic, including their love for hats. The bigger the hat, the more important the person. Get to see the Packlid homeworld, the Packlid planet. Sorry, never mind. Packlid planet. And honestly, Rumdar is the best thing in this episode.
Rumdar!
Yeah, Rumdar's pretty great. This also has the red shirts, which is funny because it's red shirts, the old trope of they're going to die, but no, this is the TNG era, so red shirts are like Red Squad, the elite kind of, want to be the best, want to get into those command roles.
And there's also a great line where they say, yeah, red shirts, it's such a strong name, isn't it? And Bond was like,
exactly.
Sure.
No. If you're a Star Trek fan, not so much.
Yeah.
It's also marks the return of Kayshawn, because he kind of disappeared for a while after his premiere episode.
Yes.
And it was great. Those scenes with him and Ransom were fantastic with Rumdar. But the whole going around cleaning up the command crew's stuff, and there's absolutely zero Easter eggs. Literally and figuratively. There's just like jewels and weird glowy things. Like they could have thrown in one or two interesting things here. And then there was stupidity, like Rutherford becoming like gigantic and Tandy turning into a scorpion. That was just silly and felt very like animation trope-y, which I didn't really enjoy too much. I enjoyed when Tandy got de-scorpified. That was fantastic. Also here we got the Boimler doing the speech. Imagining that Galaxy class bridge around him, which was really fantastic and really spoke to how he's grown as a character, serving on the Titan. So that was great. We learned that Packlids can float in space and not die, because of course they can. And the jewel to top off this episode is Armus at the end. The funny, we can talk to anybody anywhere. Let's talk to Armus. And poor Armus. So we know that he didn't die at the end of the episode Skin of Evil, because even though Picard launched torpedoes to the planet where he was, Armus survives. So this is actually a really fun episode. for a few different reasons. But the Tendi and like the main story, I guess it's not really the main story. The main story is a Packlid, but them going around and gathering things up was kind of silly and felt very like Saturday morning 1990s cartoon kids shenanigans. Whereas the rest of the episode was really great with Rumdar and the Packlids.
Rumdar!
Yeah. So
it's another mixed bag where just a story didn't hit.
Yep.
And stories did hit.
Yep.
Although contrast, boy.
Although the not hitting story did end up in a sexy Tendi scene, so a little bit of bonus points for that.
It grew your appreciation.
Yeah, that's what I named it.
You should say, Sylvia, do you enjoy my appreciation on a daily basis?
Sylvia, do you appreciate me? Because I appreciate you almost innately.
Even when you're asleep. God damn.
Anyway, yeah, so that's my thoughts. Your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, this one's tricky because...
Talk to me, Goose.
This one's so tricky because, yeah, just like with the second half of the museum, I just say skip in my brain to the stuff I don't like. And it's so forgettably meh. It doesn't detract from the rest of the episode, but also I shouldn't... If you're losing 5 minutes of the episode for that's a good chunk of the story that you're losing, just in my opinion. But yeah, the Red Squad was...
Especially 26, 24 minute long episode, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to put that into the score for sure. Because you can't have a 9 with the losing 5 minutes. But yeah, Red Squad, really good. And now in retrospect, you recognise all the characters. I mean, the black-haired lady, but you recognise Jen, you recognise all the people. It feels more real. It feels more like a unison of the fleet, or the crew, I should say. And I do quite like seeing the three of them together in a grouping. The different dynamic of wanting to do their best job. You know, because Tendi, Rutherford, and Marin are very different in their personalities, obviously. But when you put them together, all trying to do the job, because they are trying to do the job, there's almost a lack of chemistry. We established that Boyman and Mariner are genuinely friends, and now Tendi and Rutherford are friends, and Tendi and Mariner are friends. Boyman and Rutherford are okay, but Tendi and Mariner and Rutherford, that's a pairing that hasn't really got any chemistry at all. It doesn't come across necessarily, but it shows a weakness in theory. The Packard stuff, I think, again, when we watched it at the start, the bomb thing felt really big. It does pay off, but nowhere near what we thought, and that in itself is a confusing payoff.
Big bada boom.
Wow, good film. But I mean, that's also fun to see, and it's really, really good to see the splitting duties of the two security officers. Two doing different jobs. But I think I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say more this time. I'm gonna say I enjoyed the stuff I enjoyed well, and I just sort of say the rest. But I'm okay with that split now. Now we know the context of the entire season and how they all come together. But again, Marinade is very much staying in a holding pattern this season. Boimler keeps improving.
Yep.
Tendi has now found an equilibrium, which they wrote her losing that early on, and Rutherford just kind of skating through. Yeah, he's just kind of there. God, score! I don't even know. I don't remember what I gave last time. What do you think you're gonna give this time?
This one I think I'll probably give a 9.2. This one was well, actually, hold on. I'm trying to think of the episode in its entirety and
there's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to lower that down to an 8.6. It's good. It's good enough, and it's got some really great moments that really make it stand out. But there's also a lot of filler that's like, no, please don't do this.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and I think I'm on a similar path. I'm gonna say 8. I think better than Tom Paris because the stronger stuff is stronger. But 2 whole points for just a wasted plot line is very fair, I think, and actually quite generous. But the other stuff, like see the bridge, seeing having that moment where the 3 other red shirts go in and give command speeches, and then everyone loves it, and then it fails. That's a great commentary on itself. So, okay, 8.68. I don't know what I'm going to say earlier on. So 8.6 for you, 8 for me. Wow. Fuck, okay. You gave it a 7.3.
Okay.
So you went up a whole point. I gave it a 5. So I ended up 3 whole points.
I think I remember you giving it a 5 or something low because of this, the majority of the story being nothing happening on the Cerritos. Yeah.
That's a problem when you know the whole story, you know stuff that doesn't matter, just doesn't matter. Yeah. Wow. Hey, there you go, Stuart. We each had a reversal of stuff we up points for. Hey, good job them, though. But honestly, I think just knowing Jen's important and having rewatched and seeing the other white guy in the group being in earlier episodes, it kind of all adds to the feel of being a crew. That didn't come across. Because when you binge it, you see everything at the same time. But, okay, let's see what Super Chat people say. I'd love to know. What do you guys think? And let me think of a new poll. We have 40... was the Magato horn masturbation wank scene too much for you? Yes, 44%, no, 56%. We're in the minority there, Stuart. Boom,
That surprises me. Well, it actually doesn't surprise me because it's very close to 50-50. I know that was a good split of people that I've talked to about the scene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that actually represents it quite well. So.
Oh, yeah, and Armus at the end was brilliant. That obviously got us some points.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a strong ending. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. While you're doing another poll, I'll read some super chats. Jersey at $5. In the 24th century, non-working models are for kids. If it doesn't have a micro warp core and bug zapper phasers, and you're 12 years old, 12 years or older, grow up. Fleet Pod Swift back $2. Scorpion Tendy was hot. Her torn uniform was good too. Scorpion Tendy was not hot, for the record. But the post Scorpion Tendy was with the Hulk ripped uniform, yes. Olivia Julius $5. Hashtag Samuel when Olivia was mean to him. Hashtag Sam Drinks. And SBS Guru 2000 €5. I'd totally buy a Scorpion Tendy plushie. Yeah, Lower Decks is making merchandising for CBS like
Yes.
bank. Totally. Every episode, there's at least 2 things you could like. Merchandising. It's like Spaceballs, the movie. Merchandising. All the money of the movie comes from merchandising.
And it kind of works.
Yeah.
Interesting. So my new poll is, see the Enterprise D bridge, did it make your heart skip a beat? As in love it? Yes or no? Yeah.
Who the hell is the 15% that said no? They just don't want us to have 100. That's it. That's just conspiracy at this point.
No, that's TNG watching Lower Decks right now.
Ha ha, pardon. Ha, ha, ha.
So, where pleasant fountains lie. What a name that doesn't make me at all think of the episode. Yes. No, not Armus. What was the name? Argot? No.
Phillips.
What?
Who are you talking about?
The computer.
Oh,
Agnes.
Agnes.
Agnes is the witch in a. So this one is. This episode is Lower Decks, the Lower Decks episode. Because we're seeing second tier Lower Decks characters in the primary seat. Because Billups, absolute the star in this. He sings like a dragonfire. He's ripped like a
god.
Well, yeah, like a dragonborn. There you go.
Like Captain Foley.
Just under the video line, he's just. It's all a. Yeah.
Come on now.
This one is a good Star Trek story. It uses the tropes, but in a new way. It uses locations that would be hard as hell to achieve in live action, so it has a certain alien scope. Boimler did some great things. Mariner is not done well, but again, in the season context of her, she's already lost her friend once. She was not really friends with Tendi or Rutherford. She's clicked with him, potentially the first person she's clicked with in 5 years. That all means a lot more knowing the entire season. So I'm more sympathetic now after this rewatch of she's a scared middle-aged woman. She's older than him. And
but not by much.
at least almost a decade. And she lashes
5
out
years, I'd say.
more than 5. Absolutely more than 5.
No,
She's 7 DS9. It's more than 5.
doesn't matter. 5 years.
It's like 7 for at
This
least
will
for
be
DS9.
answered someday, I'm sure. But right now, I'm on the record 5 years older. Anyway, continue.
At least 9.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
It's
fine.
It's fun. It's one of those things where even though arguably all of the alien fantasy stuff is somewhat generic sci-fi, in that it could literally be any show, because Billups sings so bright in it, and you sense a Starfleet mentality within that. It's so likable, and so it's a nice abstract rather than a oddly generic. So good job for them. Although yes, there's the slight plot holes of hadn't Tendi noticed him, and that they just cut out. Like, he's dead, okay, moving. Like, take out the whole he's dead bit. Just say he's missing, or that bit was a problem, but they wanted to create drama. Didn't quite work. But Agamos was great. He was fun. Sort of one-dimensional, but still fun. And it was an enjoyable ride. And the Boimler payoff is extremely satisfying, and that is sometimes hard to do. And they achieved it well. And the runabout tease was nice, but very teasy. But it was this one felt like a Lower Decks episode. Whatever that means.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one didn't fire on all cylinders for me. I remember at this point kind of having some mediocre episodes up to this point and being like, season 2 is just not living up to season 1. It was cool to learn more about Billups, obviously, and seeing the fantastic realm that he came from with dragons and stuff. It was neat. We had a new little Oksana Troy essentially for the crew because Freeman knew her right away. It's like, oh, it's you again. Jeffrey Combs back was good, but I mean, Jeffrey Combs is always good, so that's just a stupid thing to say because of course he is. The Tendi Rutherford or the Tendi Mariner story. The Tendi Boimler. Oh my God, the Mariner Boimler story was quite interesting. I think Mariner backslid quite a bit for me on this one because of the way she went to Ransom to get Rutherford reassigned. Hated that. I think it was a real misstep for her character. Boimler, though, showed so much development and growth in this one, out-tricking a supercomputer and phasering Mariner just to prove that he's not an idiot and he has a plan that'll work, was fantastic. So the Billups thing was all right, I guess. It's a little too fantastical for me, which was, I don't know. But you were right when you said in the first review of it that them not searching for any trace that maybe perhaps Rutherford was alive as far as bridge crew goes, well, all it took was Tendi saying, locate his implant. Pretty simple. Was stupid beyond stupid. But
when in fact that would have been the time to show she's learning good science, to say, try doing this in this computer. Oh, I've got it. But it took no brains, and so once again we're 7 in.
Yeah.
She's shown no science aptitude of any kind. Tendi, none. Why the hell is she science at the end? Doesn't make sense. That would have been a great time for her to kind of rise above.
But yeah, I mean, seeing the tie into Picard a little bit with the Daystrom Institute, literally shot for shot of the Daystrom Institute, but I didn't realize it first, so thank you for pointing that out.
Yes.
And also the little dig at CBS at the end with the CBS evil computer was fantastic too.
And in fact, having rewatching it, there's 3 distinct modern Trek digs, if you take them as that literally. CBS being an evil computer, Kurtzman being a disabled man that has no good thoughts.
Yep.
And serialized stories of Who the Hell Cares with a Titan. That's all about serialized, overcomplicated stories. Who cares to talk about an episode of the week? 3 very distinct digs at modern Trek that are not accidents.
Yeah.
I was kind of amazed Mike Mann got him in the show that, not a distaste of the shows explicitly, just modern Trek is problematic in many a way. So it's interesting that's, that's there somehow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an okay episode, but I remember being disappointed and kind of discouraged at this point because we were like 7 episodes in, and it's like we had maybe 2 really good episodes, and I was like, ugh. But then from this moment on, it just gets better and better and better to the season finale. And then looking back at the whole season, you're like, okay, I can get through this one because I know it's coming.
Well,
but at this point, I was getting a little bit weary.
They barely hit the nugget of gold. They kind of like just kept getting silver or bronze.
Yeah.
It's like, where's that gold magic? Where's that gold
Yep.
dust?
And we said that a few times. It just was not living up to what season 1 was.
Or at least what season 2 should be, given the success of season 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wish they would have kind of spaced them out a little bit better, but
Well, and ER does say though about Rutherford not being able to be scanned. He does say, think that's the point. These are the same people who just left them behind entirely in the last episode. Yeah, but that was
there was an emergency situation, and Mariner didn't follow protocol and sign out the boots. So according to the ship's stores, all the Magneto boots were there, which means nobody was outside the ship. So of course they're going to take off.
Whereas
that's not the point at all.
Whereas Rutherford, it showed they didn't even scan for him.
Yeah, they don't care. Oh, there's an explosion. He's dead. Okay, we'll just take your word for it. Bye, guys.
Yeah, not even one step of investigation. Some medical officer.
And we saw what happened when they thought Data died in a shuttle explosion. They went over everything. They didn't leave the scene. They stuck around, and then they finally did leave the scene, and they kept going over everything. So it just shows that. I mean, we didn't really see what was happening on the bridge at the time, but you would assume that Freeman and Shax would have been like looking into it. But that's one of the first things you would do: scan for the implant material because it's unique. Simple.
Now, even if you assume yes, he got exploded, you still do a scan anyway. Just at least to find his body, anything that may have remained to bury. Bury at sea and torpedo. Yeah.
So this one was kind of all right for me. It was a little bit better in some regards, especially with Boimler's character and things like that. So it was kind of better than some of the other episodes that we've talked about today. So, but I still remember kind of being disappointed by it.
Well, the question is, did you like it more than Tom Paris episode or not? I think I did.
What happened in that one? You got Brad, and what was the other storyline? Exactly. That was the Mariner and Tendi working together one.
Yes, with the No.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Pretty sure. Shit. We just talked about it.
For a long time as well. But the thing is, it goes out of our brain. Okay, Tom Paris, I'm at the pictures. Right. Tom Paris and... Yes, the Scratch and Post Orion stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yes, I like this one better. But see, that's the problem. If the Mariner and Boimler story on this one was combined with the Mariner and Tendi story in the other one.
Transport to Cologne Part 2!
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I've got the number.
Phillips stuff was just kind of to me. And the Tom Paris stuff and Brad trying to fit into the Cerritos again was kind of yeah.
God, yeah.
It's tough. I would probably pick this one, though, because it shows Boimler not being an idiot and he actually showing some character development.
The payoff works better than the Mariner payoff because there isn't one.
Yeah.
It's kind of lots of small things. God, that is so tricky when you start saying... Oh, give me your gut reaction score, because I don't even know what I'm going to say until I say it. So I thought I liked it more, but now I'm looking at scores I don't think I like. I don't know.
8.9. I'm going to say that's what popped into my brain.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
Might be too high. I don't know. It is what it is. It's what it said.
Oh, God.
I'm still here. Don't worry.
Great Koala, help me. What do I say? This is very stressful.
No, screw you. I am the great koala. You must think for yourself.
Oh my God. It's so stressful. I think I'm gonna go 7.7.
Ooh.
Why am I saying that though? Why is
I
that
don't
my
know.
gut reaction?
I want to change mine to 8.3 now. No, go with what I originally said.
You said 8.9. You said almost a 9.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so A story, Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll go 7.9, almost an 8. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying that. That's just a gut reaction. I think, so I'm looking at that, because for Spy Humongous I gave an 8. Rumdar was great, and the pack of stuff was really good. That was more core enjoyment for me than stuff in this episode. So therefore it's got to be better than this episode. So I'm limited in my score factor, but I did enjoy it more than Magato for sure. And more than Tom Paris. Okay, 7.9. So you said 8.9? 7.9. Okay, committed. Last time, we said...
Last time on Trekyards.
You said 7.
Okay.
I said 8.2.
Holy shit.
So I've gone down 0.3 and you've gone up 1.9. Yeah. I am shocked. I thought you were going to say something in the 7. But there you go. Wow. Okay. Hey. There we go.
Wow. Interesting.
Next, I think that's you. You take us in.
I am, and it is episode 8, I Excretius, which I was in Alberta for, so it was a totally different situation watching it. And remember it quite a bit for different reasons.
Yeah.
This
A
one...
lot of filming, Stuart. A lot of filming.
Yeah, this one I really enjoyed, just because of all the references. This was like another reference-filled Easter eggy kind of episode. Really love the whole idea of the holopods and the training simulations being limited. Oh, here we go.
Also, maybe we should read some super chats. I just realized we've kind of been...
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that myself.
It's like we're not drinking because we're not super chatting.
All right, let's see. Jersey at $5. Billups doesn't mourn for Adonis. He pumps iron for Adonis. John Chamness, $5. In and out during work. Funny watching progressive inebriation. Thanks for being awesome, guys. Hey.
That's what we do.
Louis Julius, $2. Captain, help, I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam drinks.
Oh,
Olivia
yes.
Julius, $5. Captain, help, I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam drinks.
That
Olivia
was
Julius, $5.
that was
Captain,
one.
help, I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam drinks.
That was one where it wasn't Mark. Was it Nick or Marcus? Like you did that same joke with one of my fan people, and they just like, who is this person? I'm saying it for a 5th time, am I? Yes, I am. Okay. I think it was Marcus. Yeah, that was fun.
Anyway, getting back to this episode, thank you for catching up with super chats.
Yes.
Thank you for the super chats, guys. That's
'cause
awesome. Olivia, we will save you when time
finish.
permits.
Gotta finish all of this stuff. So, guys, make me drink. We're almost at the
I've
end.
had 2 shots. This is almost finished my second one of these. So
basically, hashtag
super
drink.
chat, super chat, and have us drink, guys.
Lots.
$20 and I'll have a shot. Boom.
Ski Weezer. Lots.
All right. So as I was saying, lots of fun references. We get canonized mirror universe, TNG era. Honestly, the whole time of life. The Klingon who broke his back picking up a peanut. That was hilarious. Made me laugh out loud, which anytime the show can do that is impressive because usually I'm very skeptical and cynical. We got to see a refit Enterprise, the Enterprise, by chance, get destroyed. We got some Wrath of Khan era love again. One of my favorite things about this season was all the Wrath of the movie era love. Brad Boimler again, just following on the back of the last episode where we saw his character outsmart a supercomputer, put Mariner in her place, solve the problem, be the hero of the day. Here again, he gets a score of like 74%, 79% or something on his first simulation, and he wants to do better because he was on the Titan. Ends up getting a score of 100%, which is phenomenal, and then a score of 4% or whatever his final score was. Just shows how much of a character development ish there is for him. Was great. The Naked Time stuff. See, this is a weird thing. The Naked Time simulation for me didn't go over the top. It was right there. The Mugatu horn was over the top by like a pubic hair or two. It was just a little too much. It's kind of like my reference that I just said there. So anyway, I don't know why the Naked Time stuff wasn't too much, but anyway, it turns out it wasn't. The whole senior staff having to deal with the ensign stuff was hilarious. Got some really good moments there, and then the Star Trek 3 steal the Cerritos to save Spock thing was awesome. The reveal of the lady that they thought they were team building, and they went to thank her for doing that, and she's like, "No, I'm just trying to save my job." And again, the animated series tie-in reference with the alien was awesome. So lots going on here, and Board Queen returned. Alice Krieg is back. Kind of hard to tell it's her. She just sounds old, so that's fine. Just a fun episode. And like I said, I was out of my element. I was in Alberta at the time watching this in a hotel room and filming from there. It's got a weird memory in my brain because of that. I was out of my universe. This went into multiple different universes.
You were living in your own holopod.
Yes, I was in that's perfect. Yeah.
I made that joke several times.
So this one, yeah, it'd be interesting how I scored after you talk about what you thought of it. But
although if you want to read my poll as well, this is the Tipsy Sam poll coming in. So
was the Holopod episode something really special? Yes, loved it. It was good, but not worth the hype. Too referencey. Come on, guys. It was pandering. Oh, good fucking choices. I like that. Sorry, I swear a lot more when I start to feel my alcohol.
And boy,
we got some more super chats.
Oh, excellent. I need to drink. Guys, I don't want to waste this alcohol. Do not
vote.
Let me waste this alcohol. Public service announcement. You know.
You can't waste alcohol. You just drink it after the live stream.
But I'm. It's not. I signed a contract, Stuart. Trekyards. You know, I'm only paid to drink. I don't drink by myself. You know. I guess maybe. I don't know.
Richard Napier takes up the call with $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, hashtag cap drink. Now that is a shot. So I will take a shot of the peach crown.
I'll take a sip of fun. Yeah.
I haven't had a shot in a while, and I'm kind of feeling the buzz wear off a little bit from the first two. So thank you. So cheers. Literally, cheers. All right. Olivia Julius, $5. Captain, help! I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam drink. Listen, Fleet Paul will. Olivia Julius, $5. Captain, help! I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam drinks. Shit.
I mean, there's time for days, isn't it?
That's what time loops do. It could be a month. It could be a month off by the time you get pulled out of it. General Grievous is here. Hey, welcome, General. $5.
Puny Jedi.
The only thing missing from the Naked Time episode with the Mugatu horn is a cameo of Captain Sulu saying, "Oh my."
Oh, that should have been George Takei. Should have been the Excelsior, and George Takei be like, "Rutherford, you must save the Enterprise." Captain Sulu? This isn't your ship? Oh my. Let's end the scene. My thoughts. No, this is a standout. It is, for what it is trying to do, it is an all-time Trek highlight because it is... I mean, obviously, you've got to see the other shows to get it. Fine. But it takes a simple idea of holodecks, turns on its head for the holopods, turns on its head again for the training, turns on its head again for it being fixed. This is a truly... Unique is the wrong word, but... idea turned to the side of a Trek phenomenon. Obviously, if it was a 40-minute episode with more developed stuff, it would have been better. For example, if it had been 40 minutes and all the different, and if Mariner was exclusively in Mirror, like if they all were linked to, limited to one holo program, and they all end up connecting, that would have been great. There's ways you could have done it even more. Because some of the holos just don't work quite as well, but for the most part, they do. All characters get some good stuff. It's very Star Trek 4 in that regards. As Krieg, underused, but fine, good. Just, Rutherford, bit daft with the Enterprise refit, but it was a great way to see Wrath of Khan. The Borg stuff was great. Boimler obviously links to buffer time. He's the only one that can do it. We've had that twice now with distinct ability. And even though other people I know found the body morphing lady, whatever, body splitting lady, unlikable, I thought she was great. And I love that it's simply, I don't want to lose my job. Because remember, they don't get paid, so it's not a case of like, I'll be homeless. It's just a case of, this is my purpose in life. I love this. And I won't let the shitty Starfleet not, take it away from me. So I'm all for that. I think it's a very clever redux of an episode. I do think the excretious thing was a bit graphic at the end. That is going to cause PTSD. And the fact that holodeck can go that far is really harsh. I would love to that have been part of the dialogue saying, I also turn off safety protocols. Like, I let this stuff can hurt people, because then once you know...
That turns her into an evil, dislikable character as opposed to just somebody looking out for the job, right?
Yes and no. I know why you say that, but I took it more as when a son in the holodeck felt pain for the first time, they would address this situation differently, and therefore they wouldn't approach like a normal holodeck, and therefore they would then lessen their reactions, whereas we know you can't feel anything, you're just going to do whatever you want. So yeah, most people wouldn't get to a point of death, whatever, they just fail in a smaller way. Obviously the Borg is the absolute extreme, but that was the whole point. So I just, it's really good for its own reason, and also does a lot of character stuff, which is surprising. Probably the most fan enjoyable episode of the season. No, I think that's not. It was. As a fan, it was most enjoyable. Not story wise, not character wise, but the fan most enjoyable. It gets that award. Kind of like season 1 with the movie one, where you understand what it's trying to do. That's great. And it's the same slot.
This one was good on its own, but then after the compound, just the episodes that had come before that were just kind of almost great, but weren't, and then the not so great ones. This one was like, ooh, step up. What can we expect next week? Probably something not as good. Wrong. It just escalated from here to the end of the season. We didn't know that at the time, but this one really stood out to me, and I didn't. Again, wasn't in my normal environment. I wasn't here. I was away. Didn't know if that affected my opinion of it. But I thought it was fantastic. So, so for those reasons, my score for this one, I'll give this one a 9.2. Very good. The referential stuff was great, and I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just enjoying just hanging out. I need another drink. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, you want to give your score first, or?
Yeah. 9.5. Best of the season so far. Yep.
Wow, usually I'm a little reserved because there's always something better, and there's better stuff coming. So I'm just kind of interested that you're picking 9.5.
Well, Embarrassment of Duplicate, I gave 9.2, and it's definitely 0.3 better than that.
Okay, that's a great metric.
Because I've slightly got myself in a corner here, which is fine. This type works. I have to be consistent.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Okay.
Entertain the people.
Yes. And of course, guys, vote in our poll, which was this horrible episode something really special? Yes, loved it. It was good, but not worth the hype. Too referencey, and come on, guys, we're just pandering. Idiots. Let's see what you guys say. Yes, it is. Yeah, AC. I loved it when Marilyn turned around and saw Jennifer and Barnes kissing. She was like, ooh. Yes, that does play more interesting this time around. I'm glad for remembering that. The woman admitting her job was stupid. Yeah, if everyone passed the tests, what's the point in them? Fail me. Put back Austin. Hi, Anton. Good to see you. See, I love the part where one of the ball baby was asleep around by his leg, one was touching his cheek, was drilling green drill. Gross. Oh, that's funny. That's good. Still have born and progressed. Yes, so much so. I believe we'll get Captain Sulu Omar at some point. Too good not to. That'd be nice. I mean, just George Takei in general. His voice is so iconic and, ages a bit. Erickson, both seasons. His last 3 episodes were the best of the season, with the final being the best. Yes. Yes.
Hold up. Did you share this one?
Yes.
I'm surprised we only have 101 people here right now. 119 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Let's get up to 150. I think we can do that easily. You guys are like, what? Math doesn't work out. But it does, because people come in and out. They leave. They hit a like. They leave. So hit the like button. 30 more likes. Let's do it. Samuel, I don't know if you want to share it around again, because we're coming down to like the top 2 episodes of the season. Do you want to do another share or no? Probably not. Okay, fine. That's fine. I understand. I can tell by your eyes. It's fine. Hi. I got a new drink. Smirnoff Ice. This is refreshing citrus. So
Fantastic. I'm just gonna briefly order some food if you'll forgive me for 1 second, because I just realized it closed in 10 minutes. So
go. Yes.
Yes, back in 1 minute.
Yes. There, you get to hang out with me, guys. Oh, he's still listening. That's creepy. Can't talk about him. That was unnecessary. Jesus Christ. The Pandorians are jerks, and Boimler reveals himself as the DPS. Is there a limit on super chats? YouTube won't accept another one from me. There is no limit on super chats. No. Maybe we have to log out and log back in again. Would be my guess. Let's see. We have some super chats that I haven't read yet, but I'll wait till Samuel gets back for those to read those. But guys, if you want to check out the TeePublic store, you can get this really cool Trekyards pinup shirt. They're all holding different letters that say Trekyards. And it's an absolutely fantastic shirt. I love it. It's one of my favorites. That trip with Samuel was a fantastic trip. And John F. Ridley, who designed this, got all the, like I said, there's a, I'll stand up again so you guys can see. There's a lot of people new here. So there's an Andorian, a Cetacean, a Vulcan, a Gorn, a Borg, a Klingon, a Romulan, a Federation, and a human, and a Cardassian pinup or showgirl, essentially. Vega 5 instead of Vegas. Very funny. It even says Nevada Quadrant. So this is one of the shirts that are available on TeePublic. If you guys are interested, check out the TeePublic store. Grab it. There's some really great shirts. A lot of people are kind of confused by why do you have pinups on your shirts? Because we're a ship channel. It's the same kind of nose cone artwork that you see on World War II planes. It's just that pinup style artwork. That's why we do it. So a lot of people don't get the connection. That's the connection, in case you guys didn't know. So click the TeePublic store down below. Check it out. And don't forget to hit that like button, guys. I think we can do it. I think we can get to 150. So if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. And if anybody wants to throw another $20, I'll have another shot of fucking whiskey. I'll probably regret it in a few hours, but I'll take it. Fleetpaw shared the Teespring store. The Teespring store isn't kind of where it's at. The TeePublic store is a much better store. Fleetpaw, if you want to share the TeePublic store link, that'd be awesome. Vega 5 is a great joke. Hell yeah, it is. And the Nevada Quadrant, come on now. It's just amazing. So click the links, check out the things, look at the shirts, buy some stuff. We're going to have new shirts. I have some really great ideas for shirts, as does Samuel. So hopefully we'll do a new batch soon so you guys can, check it out. They have a lot of great sales on TeePublic as well. So
all right, I got on there just in time.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad.
Closing in 6 minutes.
And they're going to spit in your food because you made them work.
I think so, yes.
Oh,
all right.
It has flavor. We got a few super chats.
Excellent.
Fleetpaw Swiftback, $10.
Oh,
Need a hashtag Drunkyards Live where the mods join and get wasted. Hashtag Cap Drinks.
Oh my god.
Fleetpaw will do nothing to harm the USS Trekyards. Hello there, Grievous. You know, a live with the mods would be fun. Pull the mods in on a Zoom call or even a StreamYards and just chat for like 2 hours. That'd be fun to get to know the mods. You guys can put a face to the names, and that'd be fun.
Mod yards.
Mod Yardians.
It's Trekyards. Trekyards introduces Mod Yards, Drunk Yards. It's the Trekyards, Mod Yards, Drunk Yards stream.
Yes. Olivia Julius, $5. Captain, help! I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam Drake. Poor lady. We gotta save her.
Yeah. Don't think we can.
SK Whisker, 2322, $5.
Ooh.
Do you think that as an age 13ish plus show, how it is promoted the Mugatu and Naked Time are still too far? Hashtag Captain. Do you think that is? Yes. I don't think the Naked Time was too far at all. But the Mugatu horn rub was just kind of like, it's just that little bit too far for me. I don't know. And I'm not a prude by any means, as you guys know, if you know anything about me. I'm quite rude and crude and in charge. But, yeah.
Okay, so...
I appreciate it more for the humor now than when I first saw it. It was definitely a shock moment for me.
Well, it's like Tilly saying "fuck yeah" in Discovery. It's like just cut it out. That 1 second wasn't needed. No, the Mugatu is knowingly excessive, whereas people are naked and kissing. That's it.
And spreading their legs and showing their big black bars.
But it's a blah 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 blah. The only thing that probably was a bit excessive, you could argue, is that Stevens was riding Ransom, implying, naughty stuff. But it's such a minor thing, and you kind of understand the context.
Well, they have a little bit of a bromance, those guys. So.
Yeah.
Well, at least Stevens does with Ransom. Ransom doesn't reciprocate it, I don't think.
But, so the final, so you said 9.2, I said 9.5.
Yes.
Originally.
We didn't get to the final scores? Oh, I thought we did. Sorry, that's why I went to get a drink. I thought we covered all that. Sorry.
We did, but last
time on Trekyards.
4 weeks ago, we both gave 9.5. So you went down 0.3. Yep, which never happens. So you went down 0.3 and I stay consistent.
Wow. Well.
Next.
General Grievous, $2. Sam's meal is Gorn in 60 seconds. Good movie, by the way. I like Gone in 60 seconds. Olivia Julius, $5. I want to meet the little people out there. Hashtag mod Trek chat. Ooh, don't call them little people. They don't like that. Just like you don't call the dames and the broads chicks. They don't like that. Fleet Pass Swiftback, $2. Can't we leave Olivia stuck in a time loop? We can try, but apparently she's got out now because she's already talking to us. And Olivia Julius, $5. Captain, help Fleet Paw put me in a time loop. Hashtag Sandra. Well, we only cover naturally occurring time loops with our Trekyards insurance. So because this was a deliberate one, you're on your own for that one. You got to rescue yourself from that one. Sorry. That's how Trekyards insurance works.
So do I start this one?
What the fuck are we on?
Episode 9. Where's douche?
Where's douche? Yes, yeah, absolutely. You start. Yes. Holy shit! You just want to move on. You want to eat? It's fine.
Well,
it's good.
Look at the thumbnail.
I don't want to.
I mean, this is all really ships, and more ships.
Language.
We were like the masturbatory alien earlier on in this episode. We just couldn't help but sit there and watch.
Hold on. Where's my horn?
Wrong horn.
Oh, wow. It's YouTube.
It is YouTube. No, this one's great. I mean, this one is as I said to you and others, probably one of the best episodes in the last 20 years, if not the best. It's a fantastic idea, fantastic execution, fantastic pace, great payoff to the Packleads, great character development for the characters. Well, in terms of you see them in you see them in situations doing really good, likable, relatable, strong things, and that feels like a development that they're dealing with situations strongly. Somehow they managed to introduce a Klingon and a Vulcan both successfully in only a few minutes screen time each, and yet arguably the burn payoff is Discovery is a letdown for some people. You could argue this is also a letdown for some people. It's just a Klingon, but it feels so apt. So it's really good.
But having said that, is it available on the Apt store?
But only on Packlet iOS. Packlet iOS.
Packlet iOS, yeah.
Or as they would call it, Packlet, the Apple Store Packlet. So, just to finish our last poll, was the HoloPod episode something really special? 77% say yes, loved it. 20%, it was good but not with the hype. 3% who referenced it. No one
said it's pandering. Yes, we got a 0% on something.
Yes. Stuart, what do you think of Dej Du? No, Wej Du.
It's fantastic. One of the best episodes of Star Trek we've seen in 20 years at least. It's actually Star Trek that feels like Star Trek. We actually had Kayshawn back for a scene as well. By the way, Kayshawn in and out of the season, but that's okay. At least he comes back. New Vulcan design ship. We get to see a Vulcan crew, science crew, we would assume. The boring tedium that is serving on a Vulcan ship. We also get to see Klingons, which is great. Real Klingons, not Discovery era Klingons, not that kind of silliness. So lots going on there. The one thing that sucked about this episode was the whole Hawaii thing. It was a little bit of a backslide for Brad because he's shown such character development, and this one he's like sucking up again to get the bonus points. Didn't like that, and that was really all that was shown in the preview for it, which was interesting choice. I remember you saying that this doesn't look super interesting. It's about Hawaii, and it's like, oh yeah, well that's because literally like all the rest of the episode, there's so much in it. Like, what are they going to show, right? So, without giving something away. The Mariner and her mom storyline where they like spend time together and like they're happy to get away from the game, but at the same time her mom's like, I really enjoyed this, and Mariner's like, yeah, I did too, was nice. So they're not at each other's throats right now. They're getting along, which is great. And then the epic space battle. Come on. Epic space battle, cinematic music, boom, 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 ships everywhere. It's fantastic. Find out that the Klingons are behind the Pakled threat, or a Klingon is behind the Pakled threat, and that he's going to be, well, they're going to reveal it to the High Council. It ends with with Freeman saying the Federation needs to talk to the Klingon High Council about this. It's kind of up the stakes a little bit. And actually it pays off a little bit in the next episode at the end. So, and just actually the Boimler thing kind of gets a little bit of a reprieve at the end where Ransom basically tells the cadets, if you want help with your scheduling and stuff, go talk to Boimler. So Ransom, even though in my opinion, Boimler backslid a little bit with the whole wanting to fit in and lying, he quickly admitted to it, and then Ransom talked him up, and Ransom at least knows what's up with Boimler. Like, he's a good guy. So lots here. Fantastic episode. Like I said, one of the best episodes of Trek in the last little while. So,
although given the fact that literally everyone in their group lied about it, and Ransom knows, like, once he knows that, it's like, okay, he will work towards being one of the team even if it's dishonest, as I did. Now I'm second in command, so he probably respects him more because it means he was willing to sacrifice something for the being friends with officers. Like, he relates to it. Now, while you might not like lying, it's like lying on a resume to get a job if you know you're perfect for the job. It's not good, but what if you're perfect for the job? So, you know, I'm not going to judge him too bad for it. It's a very understandable thing.
Yeah.
Just
felt a little bit out of character considering how much he's grown in the last two episodes specifically.
That's the weirdness. That next episode where he's jumping on the banner, those don't correspond to the Titan Boimler. They are different people.
But he's back. You're a product of your environment.
Yes, exactly.
The company you keep. Yep. He's back in this being an ensign on the Cerritos.
Exactly. Nope. 100%.
So there will be a little bit of a backslide. Whereas Titan Boimler is probably like advancing and could maybe even have another promotion. So
no, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's when you come back from uni and you at your parents' house, and it's like, it takes a nice amount of time, but you get back to classic.
That's why my life hasn't gone anywhere in 7 fucking years, because I've been hanging out with you. And all you guys. And that's great. That's why my life is so much better now. Actually, it is, to be honest. But anyway.
Yes, the tone of your voice was so encouraging there.
Hey, I'm a good actor.
Hey, so am I. Back in 1 minute. And guys, we are nearing the end, but honestly, another $112 and 15 likes at least. Be back in 1 second. But I'm excited, Stuart. I'm excited for the end. As in, like,
Yes.
see what people think. I want to give, like, a... Yeah, we'll do a
We're
wrap
going to
up.
do points. Gotta do stuff for this, yeah. He's going to go get food, guys. Which I got to do when this is over. We're probably getting Chinese tonight, let's be honest. Chinese or Mexican, because we mentioned Mexican street corn earlier because of the pips. Anyway, we have some super chats we're going to get to in a minute. I'm drinking Smirnoff Ice and Crown Royal Peach. If anybody wants to throw in a $20 super chat, I will have another shot. That'll be 4 shots, which can be pretty detrimental. Apparently, I forgot a super chat, according to the great Olivia, great and powerful Olivia. Stuck in a time loop, or not, because she messaged me to tell me that I missed General Grievous's $2 super chat of, I second this motion at Fleetpaw. And then I skipped ahead to the Olivia one where she got stuck in a time loop by Fleetpaw. So, on that note, while Samuel gets back here, Olivia Julia's $5. Can't help I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam Drinks. Olivia Julia's $5. Captain, help I'm stuck in a time loop. Hashtag Sam Drinks. Fleetpaw Swiftback $2. Space Battle.
That's
Ship
true.
Porn for the win. Drinks for all. Cheers for that.
Yeah.
$2 super chat. You want us to drink? Come on. Take us for lushes, cheap drunks. I'll have a drink. Sergeant Montgomery, $5. True or false? The Packlids have the worst lower deck accommodations. True. Hashtag someone drink.
That was just the cargo bay. That wasn't low decks.
Red alarm. Red alarm.
This is Packled Ship Packled.
I am Rumdar. No, what was the name? Anyway, yes, we've met many times.
It's that captain commits so hard. I was about to say I hope he comes.
The captain's name though. Goddamn.
No. I was about to say I hope he comes back, but he was stabbed. That said, the other guy was blown up. So who's to say? Final score, Stuart. This one for me gets a 9.8. Really freaking good.
I'm gonna join you right there with that 9.8, dude.
It's hard to think of anything wrong, and it's always good to give a little bit of a wiggle room as we know what's coming up. But it's so close to that wiggle room, like it's so close to the final, you know.
Yeah.
And
Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
well, let's be honest. I think we both like it more, having seen the earlier ones of the season. We appreciate the quality they raised where we saw where they didn't hit anywhere near that mark. Would that be a fair comment?
Yes. And for the record, the captain of the Packlet ship's name is Rebnar. I am Rebnar. Yes, Rebnar. We've met you many times before.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to look that up because
Yeah,
it wasn't
good job.
Rumdar, but it was close. Rebnar.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good job. Okay, so 3 weeks ago, I'm interested. What did we say? Ooh, okay. This is fair. You gave it last time a 9.7.
Okay.
I gave it 9.65.
And now we gave it 9.8.
9.8.
Okay.
That is very fair, I think. Because now in retrospect, yes, it is standout.
ER Mixon's craziest theory says, "Come on, guys, it's a 10." And Fleetpaw says, "This one gets a 10 from me." This one I almost scored a 10 originally. But you can't really have a 10. There's always something that's off.
Yeah. And besides, once you have a 10, it's then perfect. And what if the next episode is better than perfect? You know?
Yep.
But it is very, very good. I mean, the thing is, so few of TNG's even 10. So few, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are many 9s and many 9.5, so it's absolutely fair. I'm very hesitant on 10s, and I think that's a good way of doing it.
So he's like your worst fear as a teacher. If Samuel was a teacher.
Well, no,
I will never give you 100%. You never deserve an A++.
but you can get a 9.976 on your score, so you know.
Yeah, but I want 100, bitch.
Well, bribe me. No, but I did have a lecturer. I had literally a lecturer that for my media degree that said I just don't give A's. I just don't. Like, just so you guys know, I don't give A's. And it's like, oh.
You have to earn a B+.
Yeah, I did get a B+ as well, but no, don't give A's. But I also don't think the A to Z systems are good because there's so little wiggle room.
Well, there's no A to Z. It's
Shut
A to
up!
F. With no E, because they forgot E because they're stupid.
I know. We got E's. Like we could get E's.
There's no such thing as an E.
Yeah,
Here anyway.
Yeah,
it's A, B, C, D, or F.
Oh no, we didn't get F's. We got E's.
Well,
Yeah.
F stands for fail, so that's why they do Fs here, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think you could fail. I think you just could get an E.
That's weird. All right. SRB Bent puts in $20. Have a drink on me. That's because I asked for another $20 for a shot for some reason because I'm an idiot. When is the Trekyards shirt coming?
Oh God.
Ooh, yeah, we should do it. Actually, we got a really great animated or drawn picture of us both with a chug of beer and cheer. You look all. We both look distorted and weird, but I forget who drew it for us, but it's really good.
We just need a shirt session with an artist.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Unlike Enterprise, occasionally the more adult moments feel like pandering. Just don't feel like pandering. Just misguided.
Yeah.
Even the showers felt too Starship Troopers to me, frankly. The showers were great. I just wish that the sonic showers weren't doing their thing. I'm just saying. I'm gonna have that drink.
You want to see some TT?
Tite.
No, you want to see some TT?
Tite. I want to see Tite. I don't want to see TT. What is TT?
Tendy's tits.
Yeah, so that too. Tits and tatas. That's good though. Yes, I do want to see Tendy tits.
Oh, sorry. Mistress of the Winter Sky Knight.
10 more likes, guys. 150.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
And I'm gonna say 45, and we're done bucks wise as we get near the end.
Ooh. So last super chat slot right now is Olivia. Come on, that's Federation president. She can't have that. You guys got to scoop that up. $5. We'll each have a drink for each $5, and $20 will
Richie,
kill us.
all of it. Look at the screen. Episode 9. Episode 10, though, Stuart. We just reviewed it.
First contact.
Talked about it. We've got. This is like fresh in our minds.
I had an issue with the title. First contact. I was like, what the fuck? But then it made sense at the end. And then when I posted the review for it on everywhere that I posted it, somebody commented going, "That's not grammatically correct. Shouldn't it be the first contact?" And I'm like, well, it's her first contact. And he's like, yes, but grammatically it should be this. And he gave me like 2 options. And I'm like, listen, I didn't name the fucking episode. I'm just sharing it. That's what it's called. It's Lower Decks. It's humor. It's funny.
And also,
Relax.
Can't names be misgrammatical because they're a name? It's not a sentence, it's a name.
It's literally
a name is a name.
It's literally her first contact. If anything, it's missing an apostrophe or a little fucking, I forget what it's called. Anyway, that thing.
Now, Stuart, briefly though, having just reviewed the entire season, I don't know if I all of a sudden do you like the last one more, Wage Do? Because I'm thinking about this one, I'm thinking it's fantastic, but is Wage Do more cool and creative?
Wedge Do feels like one of the more cerebral Star Trek episodes.
Okay.
This feels like one of the adventure ones. Like they've split them. They're
Yep.
both excellent episodes of Star Trek for different reasons.
But we had such good things to say, though. Does this beat that? Because that's the question here.
Find out.
Yeah.
Olivia Julius with $5. Well, she'll take a drink for. She's still apparently stuck in a time loop.
Our bladders aren't.
Anyway.
Yeah, you can jump on this one, Stuart.
Yeah, this one is fantastic for so many reasons. We get to see a starbase. We get to see a new ship, the Archimedes or the Obena class or Vina class. Let's see, what the hell else happens in this one? Oh, yes, things happen. Rutherford's getting error messages because his memory is full because he saves three backup copies of every memory with him and Tendi because he lost those memories and he realized how important she was to him. And Phillips goes on to say, you know what, is it really like if you can't make new memories, that's not good. So he's having error messages. The crew finds out that Freeman is actually getting promoted, not necessarily to admiral, but to a better ship. And she can't take her crew with her because they take tight reins on the California class crews, which seems like discrimination to me and kind of keeping them under their boots, which I don't like. But anyway, Ransom, Shax, and Phillips freak out about it. And because Mariner tells them, and Freeman's got a good point. She was waiting for a good moment to tell them. So she shouldn't have said anything. Tendi thinks she's getting fired because she's deleted from the database because Dr. Tiana did that. It's a thing. Unstable planetoid explodes on first contact, on approach to first contact, and the Archimedes is spinning through space with no power because of an EPS thing. Cerritos has to save it. The only way to do so is to remove all the plating because energy buildup, plasma, whatever, blah, blah, techno babble, which is awesome, by the way, from this exploding unstable moon. Get a little bit of friction between Mariner and her mom again. Basically undid everything that the season started out with, which sucks. We get a little bit of a Rutherford reveal of a memory that he wasn't supposed to remember, which will lead definitely to season 3. It'll be a big thing. We see Citation Ops, which is fantastic. The Cerritos ends up saving the day. And, of course, Captain Sonia Gomez, worth mentioning her. She spilled hot chocolate on Picard. And we get the wrap-up of the Jen and Mariner conflict, kind of, which is interesting. And then Freeman thinks she's getting promoted, gets arrested instead for the destruction of the Packwood planet. Pretty quick wrap-up, but a great overall story and felt very epic in its adventurism. Fun episode. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, continue. Your turn now. It's a good episode.
Continue. I was listening the whole. What?
I know. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Continue from where
Starting.
I left off.
Yeah, no. I think last week was a Lower Decks episode taken to its epitome. This was a TNG episode in 29 minutes. And TNG is the continuation of TOS, and so this feels like a Star Trek episode through and through.
When you asked me about this episode being better than the last episode, my immediate thought, and I almost said it, was the last episode felt like an episode of Enterprise, a really good episode of Enterprise.
Okay.
This one felt like a really good episode of Voyager or TNG.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can see that.
For the one's more cerebral-ish at times. I mean, Enterprise was action-y, but you know what I mean? So
yeah.
That's kind of the vibe that I was.
Well, Enterprise used the multiple races more than TNG, so I get the connection there for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I could buy that. It still bugs me that the other Starfleet ship was pointless in the sense that they couldn't fix anything. That annoys me. Lack of Starfleet mentality, but the story is so epic and successful. Mariner is spinning her wheels. It feels it. Yes, she might have come to a conclusion at the end, but we all knew that at the end of season 1. And she's had very similar conversations with the crew throughout, having rewatched it. They're all just variations on a theme of be a bit better, learn to like people. It's the a similar conversation again and again. But Boimler is again good. Rutherford is doing his bestest. But really the character feels a ton stronger with the reveal. Without that, he feels like a medium secondary. That adds. Tendi, though, coming to everyone's strong defense and think, no, come on, guys, and that felt good. That felt very, we're your family. Those are good moments of she's the mum of the family in a sense. I just don't know why she's getting promoted to a science grouping. We've now rewatched the season. Hasn't any science. None. It's completely unjustified, which is very strange. As you say, they should have really had at least one more setup. Like, they should have absolutely cut the Titan one more time with other Boimler, talking about Pakleds with a bomb, something else, and then it cuts to, or he finds out that someone on the Cerritos is helping them. Turns out it's the mum. Like, that's obvious stuff, and we would have said at the time, oh, it's Boimler clone because he's a Pakled spy. Like, they needed something like that, because her being arrested at the end, I was more forgiving, but as you've said, well, she didn't do it, so that there's no tension.
I would have said something about the mom being involved, but more of a weird anomaly that it seems like some kind of Vulcan, whatever, blah blah blah, tie into Rutherford's implant or something. Like, anyway, we'll get into that with a whole other live. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But this is a very Star Trekian tech episode. The last one was a people episode. This was a Trek episode with tech. But it achieves more than, like, imagine if this had been the first episode of season 1. We'd be like, oh, this is fucking Star Trek. Like, they haven't even skipped one beat. But by having it be this end of season epic, it's such a step above what the rest of the scale and scope of the show is. It's just like, damn, you can achieve this animated show. It's a TNG episode that's really rather good. And that's impressive. And the genuine communal feeling of the entire crew came together. All the shifts woke up. Everyone was out doing things. Everybody was involved in this. Is really unique. You've never had that sense in TNG, especially because there's 1,000 people. Voyager, vaguely, but not this level. It just has a unique feel that is well captured.
Yeah. I love the way it tied in with her getting her promotion to the next ship and not being able to take her senior staff with her. And she realized how important her crew was and how they came through for them when she needed them. So that tie-in with, I want to stay on board, I'm going to not accept the promotion, was fantastic.
Although, in fairness, if I was an officer getting promotion to a capital ship, I would want to get a choice of what ship and what mission. Because if she's promoted to a, Excelsior-style gaseous phenomenon only, it's a capital ship, yeah, but doing boring stuff. So I'd want some level of choice, or at least a veto.
She's also not top of her class. That's like top of your class, best marks kind of choice thing. Whereas if you're getting promoted from a lower grade California class to an actual real ship, you get put where we put you. You have to then prove yourself with the missions we're going to give you, to then choose where you get to go.
But then, I obviously agree with that, but then it's more a case of she's a big fish in a small pond, but she'll be a small fish in a big pond. She isn't a good enough captain to go against other bigger captains. But if the assignment is such a not good assignment, sometimes it's better to be a small fish in a big pond. She didn't seem to get a choice,
That being said, the Cerritos does some pretty fantastic missions. It doesn't necessarily... Usually Starfleet ships, I find, fall into a mission, and they're not assigned to a good mission. They're assigned to a shit mission, and then something interesting happens. And the Cerritos has definitely proven that over 2 seasons. They've done some really pretty interesting things for the lowest bar of ship as far as the California class goes. They've really done some interesting stuff, which is why she's getting her promotion, because of the way she's handled it. So,
yeah, no, I agree, and a lot that's also Pakled based. Although, I think we would both also agree, similar to the season 1 with the ship that looked like kind of a bug. That's a pretty cool assignment. That should be judged well. Etc. Etc. But okay, so score wise, my God,
9.8 for me.
There you go. Oh, okay. There you go. Plus has been stripped off of that. But then it's a question of are we scoring for enjoyment or quality? Because you have the originality of idea, but there's very little of the crew we like in it, and therefore it's a good universal episode, but not a good Lower Decks episode in the same way. This obviously benefits everyone of the crew.
quality and enjoyment go hand in hand like 95% of the time. There's the odd time when you can acknowledge that an episode's fantastic, but you don't like it. A perfect example for me is The Inner Light. Don't give a flying fuck about it. It's a fantastic piece of sci-fi storytelling. Absolutely. You could replace it with any characters. It doesn't have to be a Star Trek episode. Same with The City on the Edge of Forever. You don't need Star Trek attached to it to be a great piece of sci-fi storytelling. Do I think they're the best episodes of TNG and TOS respectfully? Absolutely fucking not. Because they don't embody what Star Trek is. They're just award-winning sci-fi that's told really well. And of course, since we know the characters, it adds that little extra buffer of awesomeness. But they are not by any means the best of each series. No way. For a non-Star Trek fan, yes, absolutely, they are the best of each series. For a Star Trek fan, no.
Where's the Klingons? Where's the ship love? Where's the characters? Where's the Starfleet? Where's the
Where's the Star Trek love? Yeah.
You know, I think that what you just said is so fair, though, in that I think it is as good as the last episode 9, but in radically different ways.
Yes.
I think we came out saying it's better, but I do think, probably the same level of amazing, but for different ways. I think that's very fair. All right, I will stick with you, Stuart. We both say 9.8. 1 week ago...
I don't even remember what I did 1 week ago, so...
You gave it, I do remember now having seen, you gave an instant 10 out of 10. And I gave...
Did I? I thought when I was watching I was going to give it a 10 out of 10, and I thought I scaled it back to like something less, because it can't be perfect.
And I gave it a 9.75. So we met in the middle, Stuart.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah. Dang!
Okay, so that one was a perfect episode for me, apparently.
Until you got drunk.
Shut up.
Right, I'll be back in 1 minute. I want to see another 45, though. 45?
Yes. When you get back, I'll read the super chats.
Yeah, one
second. If you remember, guys, there is the last super chat slot available. Right now, it is by TX Our Way. We will be reading those super chats once Samuel gets back, but if you guys have anything else you'd like to add, any super chats you'd like to send, I got another $20. I'll take another goddamn shot. I'll regret it in 2-3 hours. I'm already feeling the 2 shots that I've had since the initial 2 shots. So thank you. But I need to have food. I had a big breakfast this morning, but it was at like 9:30. So when we started this at 2, that still doesn't really help. Anyway. Last super chat snipe option time. You guys kind of determine how long we're on for. I know Samuel's getting his food he's going to want to eat. But you guys can really determine if we want to stay on a little bit longer. So by all means, let us know. Check out the T Public store. Really cool shirts. If you like pinups, you like sexy Star Trek women. There you go. If you don't like sexy Star Trek women, or sexy women, you think it's misogynistic, I don't know what to tell you. There's other shirts there as well that have no women in them. So there you go. Check that out. And he's back. So it's time to read some super chats.
All right.
It's time to read some super chats now that you're back. Arabic Sonder went for that super chat snipe, or the last super chat snipe with $1. Enemy that got sniped by Olivia Julius with $5. I'm out of the time loop. Dang it, Fleetpaw has already stolen the holy pug. We know the pug.
Time loops can do that, you know. It's been 6 months, Olivia. You were in that a long time. We're already on Picard season 1. It's pretty good.
Ignore Picard season 5. What the hell are you talking about?
Was I on a time loop as well?
You were. I didn't want to tell you because
you're a dickhead.
I am now like
Why did you not
Federation president, but I didn't want to. Sorry, you had to find out this way.
Wow.
TXR away, £5. Missed Lower Decks. I have to wait another year for it to return. The production team makes a fun Trek show that I have come to thoroughly enjoy. What do you mean you missed it? It's available on Crave. It's available on
Amazon Prime right now for free.
Yeah.
I could literally watch any episode right now in the UK.
If you have a Prime. Prime membership.
Who
Yes.
doesn't have
It's
Prime
not
membership,
really
Stuart?
free.
Who doesn't have Prime?
A lot of people don't.
Why
I've
would you-
had one for years.
But why would you not have Prime? It's so useful.
I don't know if you don't have a Prime. If you don't have a Prime membership, you're an idiot. Apparently,
It pays for itself in like 2 minutes. I don't know why you
It
wouldn't.
does. It totally fucking does.
Like, it's the most
Sorry.
useful thing. Oh, it's okay, Richie. Just enjoy. Oh,
We're the most useless things, but a Prime membership is the most useful thing.
Yeah. I mean, even as a student, I was like, it's £75 or $100 out of my very limited money. I was like, yeah, that's worth it. On the off chance I need something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Going good, Multi-Gun Man. You missed the entire live. We're coming to the end. We're doing our final thoughts and then the exciting bit. Actually, you should read the things. I will start recollating. That's important.
Yes, and by the way, guys, we're one away from the 150 like goal. Hit that like
Ooh,
button
good.
to Multi-Gun Man and anybody that just joined, and go back and watch it was fun. And we're still not done. You guys can determine how we, Anyway, Zoxasir, I don't know if that's your name. Can't read it because I'm drunk. $10.
Oh, thank you.
The Archimedes forgot to repair the plot reactivation field generator, and that's why they couldn't fix anything on their ship. Yes, this is true. They left Space Dock without one because it wasn't available till Tuesday, and they had to leave on the Sunday. This is just how it is.
I mean, it's Tuesday, man. It's a plague.
Hashtag facts. Tuesday is a bitch.
Hashtag
Because it
Tuesday.
never gets here.
But
There's always another Tuesday around the corner.
But Wednesday, freaking great day. All the shit
Wednesdays.
arrived.
Hump day.
You get to open up all of the presents on Wednesday. That's not what I was
And
implying.
you get to hump on Wednesday.
You're saying Harriman humped someone?
Probably.
Who did he hump, Stuart?
Mrs. Harriman. Moving on. SVS Guru 2000, €5.
Oh, God.
If they lost all power, why did antimatter containment not fail? Exactly. And why did they have artificial gravity? And why did they still have life support? I mean, life support could have hung on for a little while with what they had in the air, but exactly.
I disagree. Because we saw them, they got hit, and within the space of 30 seconds they lost power because their shields went down. In that time, the ship would be like, oh fuck, we're losing power, turn off the automatic. Like, do you really think they would have the most safety protocols on the warp core? The most careful shit. 'Cause if that goes down, we're all dead. So I think the ship detected in those few seconds, oh no, we're losing power, better turn off the containment field, as in the warp matter, antimatter, close those bulkheads, the thing stops, it stops reacting.
It separated
boom.
them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I 100% am fine with that. It wasn't instant. If it was instant, I could buy it, but it was not instant. It was we saw the shields be hit, we saw it go through. It wasn't instant.
Well said. I couldn't have said it any better. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Like, it's the
We're
most
Trekyards,
secure
after all.
thing. Yeah.
Ships are ships.
Yeah.
All right. TXR Way, £5. I got an Apollo 13 vibe from the last episode. Problem solving in a dangerous situation via teamwork. Everyone got to do something to contribute. Absolutely.
That's good. I like that.
Although that's implying that ground control did absolutely fucking everything. And the Apollo 13 crew were just sitting there going, we're going to die now. That's not exactly what happened. So, yeah. Just saying. Sorry. Olivia Julius, $5. Sam is too sober. Hashtag Sam Jenks. He is totally too sober, but that's okay.
Is he though? I disagree with this assertion, but okay.
Darth Joel puts in $7 Canadian,
Ooh, there you go.
which is the best kind of currency. Because it's cold. It's hard.
What?
And it's cash.
Why is it hard? It's not. It's flimsy. It's a
Cold,
soft,
hard cash.
It's a soft
Have you met a
currency.
Canadian? You've met me. I'm usually hard. You can ask Sylvia. Moving on. He says, thanks for all the work, guys. And for the sexual innuendos based on your super chat amount, not even your message.
This is why you
We
should super chat.
apologize
You
in
create
advance.
monsters.
He is Canadian, so he understands that I need to apologize. So, I'm sorry. Captain Chili Beana, $5. Woohoo! Over 150 likes. Great live, guys. Hashtag Cap Drinks. Cheers, Captain Chili Beana.
And it's definitely been I think, we've done a lot of these at this point. This was definitely a fun vibe of how do we really feel in retrospect.
Love how every time we go into one of these, I always go argue with you beforehand. We need to sit down like Red Letter Media and just talk. You don't need to do episode by episode. And then when we get into it, it's like, let's just do episode by episode. I didn't watch any of these again, by the way. because I've seen them like 5 times each time, and I just skimmed through the episode as we were talking about them. I really should have, but I didn't have time. So,
And we haven't got time to talk about time either. So,
because we just don't have the time. This is
Okay.
not the time, or something.
And I managed to watch 5 beforehand.
Well, that's all you really need because it's the first half. Right?
Yeah.
We'll remember the second half pretty well because it's pretty fresh.
Yeah, no, exactly. Which, I mean, to be fair, you know, did see more things. Although I'll be honest, I got a bit more bored the first couple because there's not as much engaging as later ones.
Because you know what comes later, and you're like, "There's so much
Oh.
better later. Is this gonna get any better?"
Not just that, but it's just like, yeah, they're okay. Like
Alright.
I like seeing new stuff in scenes, and if there's not too much new that I'm picking up, because think about it, guys, we discuss this more than most people online. So when we truly,
We're experts on lower decks. Trust us.
well, it certainly could be. So it's definitely definitely a situation of we know these things, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I've got some scores. I definitely want to see another. $37 would be, boom.
Before that, though, hold on.
Sorry, what?
Olivia Julius now has the last super chat slot. I just wanted to point that out before we got into the final thing. But we got 2 new super chats.
Fantastic.
Since Olivia Julius is still the last super chat slot, though. Captain Chili Beano was, but got ousted by Christopher Beatty with $10.
Ooh,
I thought this was a great season, and now I can look forward to being disappointed until Lower Decks season 3 airs.
Oh,
Now, I've heard good things about season 2 and 3 of Picard, so guys, just relax. We'll see how it goes going into that. I'm excited for it. It can only get better because it was fucking shit season 1. So,
well, it had fucking shit elements that shouldn't have been there.
and season 4 of Discovery. I mean, season 3 was
It
better
can
than
only
the
go
other two.
downhill, Stuart. Because it
Well,
was
that's a
good.
good point. And Prodigy, something new to look forward to. So we got a lot of new things. So let's just be optimistic.
Yes.
Olivia Julius, though, $5 with the last super chat slot so far. Any of you can steal it from her. Can I borrow a poll? Who should I give my last big super chat to? Sam or Cat? That's a perfect poll idea. Let's see what this poll is right now.
I just did a new poll that I think people should vote on.
Way to fuck it up. All right. I'm just kidding. Did you enjoy season 1 or 2 more? 8% versus 92%.
Guys,
Holy
seriously, vote on that. 92 people here. I want to see 80 votes on that because I'm really interested. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'll get to our scores in a minute. I think overall I enjoyed season 1 more, but the highs of season 2 are higher. But I think overall season 1 was more balanced. But when there's true genius in season 2, it's hard to then compare.
Yeah, season 1 was new to us. We didn't know what to expect. Season 1 grabbed us in a lot of different ways. Season 2 was kind of honestly, sorry anybody that worked on season 2, the fucking letdown until episode 7. 7, 8, 9, or no, 8, 9, and 10 were fantastic. Season 2 or episode 2 was also good. Like there was a few good episodes, but honestly, the order. If I wasn't a fan, if I was not a fan of Star Trek or Lower Decks, and I started watching this, I would have tuned out by like episode 4, probably, because they just weren't great. You know what I mean? Like you should have snagged us with a really great one for episode 1. The ransom thing was kind of eh. Episode 2, Kayshawn, His Eyes Open, would have been a better episode 1. The order was a little bit wonky for me because honestly, I would have definitely tuned out by The Spy Humongous, episode 6. I would have been like, I'm done. It's not really for me. And it's just providing fuel for the Trek channels, the hate channels. So
That's I think people would. Oh, I don't know. But that's the thing, though. The first episode was so damn strong. They started with such a highlight of season 1, and then ended on such a highlight of season 1. They need to have a stronger episode 1. I do think, the Kayshawn one would have been definitely stronger. it would have been I think our disappointment episode 1 factored into this season episode 2 because now we're thinking, oh, is this going to be less good a season? Whereas I think if we'd come at it fresh, we're like, oh yeah, references, it's all good.
It's a little bit of a roller coaster. It's like, this is going to be less good. And then season 2 was like, or episode 2 was like, this is pretty good. And then we kind of went downhill with, we'll always have Paris. We got you was kind of, eh.
The irony being, all you have to do to make the episode better is put more Tom Paris in. That's literally it. It's complete just misunderstanding of the balance.
Even just as Samuel said at the end, him and Boimler hanging out at the bar. That's all you needed. A reconciliation after the fight. All you needed, and that's where Tom Paris shines, is in the bar, hanging out, being your friend, not the bridge officer.
No.
Sorry.
And can you imagine?
Character is your friend.
Can you imagine though? Last scene, he says, "Can you sign my plate?" He signs it. He signs it because the guy from TNG, the guy he's not technically, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Robert or Locarno.
Yeah, Locarno. Who is that? Oh, my last name.
That's my real last name.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Mic drop.
Brilliant. That is brilliant. That's a Mike McMahon drop.
Yeah. They are the same guy. It fits really well, almost fully. My goodness.
He had to create that alias to not be embarrassed by his father, who was an admiral. And then when he got thrown in prison, of course, his real identity was revealed.
Yeah.
And fuck yeah. Boom. Samuel, you just did it.
Some of them.
Lower Decks guys, pay attention.
Because that is exactly something they do as well. All right, so I have our scores, and I also put them to a chart. So I'm going to show off first your list of your top 10, so I can officially say your top 10s, and then mine, and then we'll compare them to our new top 10s. I'm not sure which I trust more, given the fact that we've changed. But we'll see that in a minute. Okay, I just have to get this.
I have some super chats to read.
Oh yeah, please do.
All right, General Grievous snipes in with $1.
Oh, thank you.
But today's not your day because we have the high ground. Olivia Julius, who was our Federation president and savior, throws in $2 to get the last super chat slot, but then she gets also sniped out by Sergeant Montgomery with $1.
Goodness.
So right now, the last super chat slot is sitting at $1 with Sergeant Montgomery. Who wants to nuke that? Who wants to nuke it with a $20 super chat that will get me another shot?
I think he wants it as well.
I mean, I don't, because I'm going to regret it in like four hours.
But you guys, you won't regret the decision.
Keep in mind, guys, new series of Star Trek coming out on Thursday.
Oh, that's so true.
With Prodigy. Also on Thursday is a really fun Captain's Log episode coming out on the Captain Foley personal channel and the Trekyards main channel, where I go and check out some actual screen used Star Trek props, which even Samuel doesn't know the full story on, well, unless he's watched the uploads.
I've watched already because I'm the guy that could do that.
There you go. So I've even screen matched some of the props and things to a few scenes, which are really kind of fun. So yeah, lots of screen used props and things for Thursday. And it's the same day that Prodigy airs, so you got a full Star Trek and Trekyards packed day on Thursday. And then Friday we'll be doing our first reaction.
Oh my God.
To episode 1 of season 1 of Prodigy.
And not just that, we do have the last of our buffer of Lodex content pre-edited coming out this week, so you will not have a day without. My God! This is our last live on Lodex anyway. Boom.
And Olivia Julius snipes in with a huge $5 super chat snipe of "Can I borrow a poll?" Should I give a big super chat to Samuel or Foley? We'll do that in a minute. We're at 52 votes right now. Everybody go vote on the poll. Yes. We have season 1 sitting at 23% for most popular or favorite, and season 2 is at 77% for Lower Decks.
So we'll do our initial review scores, and we'll jump doing a poll. So Stuart, your official lineup for favorite of season 1, based on our initial first reaction score, is you voted episode 1. Episode 10 was your favourite, 9 was your second favourite, 8 was your third favourite. Who's surprised? Then episode 2, who's surprised? Then 5, then 6, then 7, then 1, 3, and 4. So, Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
Kind of what I thought, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that episode 2 was right up there under episode 8. Because honestly, that makes a lot of sense for me. Yeah, I like it. I'm happy. What about you? I want to see your
So that
chart.
was your original list. My original list was 10, 9, 8, 5, 7, 3, 2, 1, 4, and 6. So as soon as we get past the first 3, we have entirely different lists. Entirely different. Okay, 4 is almost, but your episode 3 is my 5th best. It's your 2nd worst. And your episode 6 is your, 6th highest, and it's my worst. So, yeah, pretty different on the back end.
Well, episode 1 lines up.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
This actually reminds me, I just watched Red Letter Media's favorite John Carpenter movies, parts 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
I love the way they did it.
Good.
They both made a list, and they went with Rich's as when they'll talk about it. This is how we should do things in the future. Go watch them. I don't know if you're a fan of John Carpenter movies at all, but
A lot of them,
it's
yeah.
definitely.
Well, I haven't seen all of them, so.
So go watch parts 1, 2, and 3. I think you'll really enjoy the format, Samuel, and I think that's something we should use for Trekyards in the future because I really like the way they did it.
Do they mention Ghosts of Mars?
Yes, they do, absolutely.
Okay, good, because I was like, I hope that's in there somewhere to see what they think, but I didn't want to watch the whole thing to see.
Well, watch it because
Okay.
watch it. I watched them all last night, and it was fucking great.
That's like 2 hours worth of content as well.
Yeah, and it's a good way to do what they were doing as top list. I mean, we could do it with Star Trek movies. We could do it with series. It would be worth talking about.
And boy,
so watch it.
We have yet to review this Trek movies. That'll be a thing.
That'll be an epic thing when we get there, yeah.
God, can you imagine TOS movies, Drunkyards retrospective? God damn. Okay, so that was our original set of scores. Now to compare with our new set of scores. Has it changed? And we know it actually has. So
slightly.
Stuart's new list is...
Oh, this is exciting. I like the way you're doing this. This is great.
Thank you. Episode 10 and 9. Matching first and second place. You've now reversed episode 2 and 8. Episode 5 is the same. You reversed episode 6 and 7. And you've completely swapped episodes 1, 3, and 4. Completely different. Episode 4 is... Oh, episode 4. So yeah, 1 and 3 are different. So yeah, you've swapped 3 sets of pairs around. But still, 4 is your worst and 10 is your best.
I like Keishan, His Eyes Open more than I liked Iextritus. Really? I think because of the references. Okay.
Yeah, you were very positive on Keishon. I was like, really? Okay.
I love the references. I love the Easter eggs. I love the callbacks, and the animated series stuff was great. So.
Well, that one blew me away with how high you were going. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So you still
didn't surprise me.
So you still thought Mogatu was the worst? Oh, okay. Well, I can't move that. You still thought Mogatu was your worst? Yep, that sounds about right.
I thought it was worse than We'll Have Paris. Really? We'll always have Paris. Oh, Stuart, I'm so disappointed in you. Captain, what the fuck's wrong with you?
But there's the Orion stuff though. That brings it all the way up. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yes, Sexy Tindy and Sexy Mariner and Orion Garb. Okay, no, that's fair. Okay, yeah, I understand Captain Foley. That's fine.
And then my final list, retrospective list, 10, 9, and 8, and 5 are all the same. My top 4 are the same. I've now got episode 6 higher.
Consistency, thy name is Commander.
What? Wait, what? No. What? Spy Humongous, my least good of the season, is now my 5th best. Frick. That was the one I went up 3 points.
Wow.
I think
you have a love for Ramdar.
I do. You know I do. But I think
I
I was more pissed at everything else that was bullshit. Wow, that's a shock. And then obviously that pushes 7 and 3 down. 2 got a bump. No, two fucked down. What was in episode 2? 2 was which was 2? I can't move the page. Which was 2?
Which was 2 what?
Which was episode 2?
Episode 2 is Keisha, his eyes open.
So that's my worst of the season. Wow, okay.
Wow. You just don't like the referential stuff.
What? And episode 1 was my second worst. So yeah, that's actually quite a change actually. That's actually quite a change. Huh. Wow.
Shannon Murphy is here. No, Orion is sexy enough to beat Janeway's caretaker, disheveled hair in Stewart's eyes. Well, it's the one and only time that I was really turned on by Captain Janeway.
Captain Janeway on the Enterprise. But in fairness, though, what did I say? My worst one was. It's only a 5. I mean, Keishon's still a 6, though, right? Is that fine? Yeah, so it's still a 6. So, yeah. And in fact, Strange Enemies and Keishon was joint, so it was kind of they were joint equally, not so good. But I mean, 6 as my lowest is really good, and your lowest was a 7. So if the lowest score is a 7, that's really freaking good. So yeah.
Apparently the stream cut off for a while.
I know.
Cut me off in mid-sentence. People say it's not working. They're back. Okay.
Well, there's the scores, guys, and we had talked about it, so hopefully it came through. But yeah, that's our scores, guys. The first chart is the original season 1, and the second half of the chart is the new scores. Any sort of closing thoughts on that, Stuart?
Not really. I mean, I'm glad you did this because it's interesting. You got a nice sense of consistency. I do too.
Yeah.
On the favorite ones, but I mean, it's you can only watch them the first time once. Once you know what's coming, especially later in the season, even watching the same episode, like episode 6, like 4 times in a day, you don't know what's coming later in the season. So it's kind of hard to really gauge. I mean, in retrospect, as this is a retrospective, it's interesting to go back and see where it falls. So I love that things change a bit, but overall we were pretty consistent, even close to our original scores. So I'm happy with that.
Well, and in fact, we were very close on our scores. It's just a couple shifted. Like for me, 2 distinctly shifted. Apart from that, it's very consistent. Yeah, no, it's really interesting, actually. Which, I mean, the thing is that we are judging on, obviously, the track value. We get the gut reaction of quality that we can't shift. Knowing the full story will change our perspective a little bit. But if we don't like something, that's where personal whatever comes in. And obviously, we've got, some really different numbers here as well with where we place our episodes. And that's okay,
Yeah. This is fun. This was a lot of fun.
Good.
Still wouldn't mind another shot of Peach Crown Royal for the road. If anybody wants to throw in a $20 super chat. Anyway, right now, Olivia Julius has that last super chat slot. Let's say another $15 would be a fucking fantastic number. So a couple of 5s.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
A 20, like I said, for another shot.
Guys, put in the chat right now. What is your favorite episode? Yeah, like I say, $15, your favorite episode, and beautiful.
Actually, if you want to super chat your favorite episode, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
$5 super chat. We'll have a drink to celebrate your favorite episode. Yeah, let us know, guys.
Yeah.
I know Samuel has food on the way, so he probably wants to eat.
I'm not actually hungry yet, ironically. It's more just like I know that...
I'm not either. I also need to eat, though.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just lying down, so...
It's like the munchies inside.
Ooh, General Grievous snipes in with $1. And Christopher Beatty, $20. Okay, fine.
Ooh.
Hashtag capturing. You deserve it. Oof, I do deserve it. I had to put up with Samuel for 3 hours and 18 minutes. Holy shit. Doesn't seem that long, actually.
No, that definitely burned right through. And also, we were going quite quick as well in the middle, so I guess we just hung out for 15 minutes. Oh, Olivia wants the last poll as well. So, yeah, final poll, though. Did you enjoy Season 1, Season 2 more?
She's still stuck in a time loop, apparently. She's asked that 3 times now.
We'll get there in 1 second. So, did you want Season 1, Season 2 more? 22% 1, 78% 2. That is a pretty resounding, but I do understand the Season 1 love as well. So, let's ask Olivia's poll. As president, of course.
Oh, it's going to hurt me in 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, so. Give one last big. This is like singing my doom as well here.
So for species 1571, Wedge Douche, favorite episode. Talin, favorite non-main character of the season. She is pretty great.
But she's just
I really
too.
like the new Klingon. I really like the new Klingon captain.
She's too full on this jerk. Come on, like
She's a little hardcore. Yeah, she's a little bit rebellious for me.
I just and you're rebellious as well. So like that says something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her on my crew. Just saying.
Come on, guys, vote sensibly, please. But also vote for the funsies. Yeah, what was your favorite episode?
Please. Just let us know. Just tell us in the regular chat if you want to. We were interested. Another $5 actually is the perfect amount to finish us off. So,
but I do think, yeah, easily episodes 10 and 9 were stand out best. We both agreed that episode 8 was right there, right there. You thought 2 was right there too. I thought 5 was close, but you also thought 5 was near enough. So we're pretty consistent. But yeah, it's just like I said, a weird season of it would be interesting and it might be worth taking a look. I don't know where I put it, so I have to find the hard drive. But comparing our scores for season 1 and seeing, well, what was scores in season 1 getting, you know? Is the lowest score in this season better than the lowest score of last season? I really have no idea. But did this season do better overall? I don't know. What do you think if you had to vote?
Was this season better overall? I gotta look at season 1. Hold on.
But no, I mean with our technical scores. Like if I went back and looked at the chart, like, because this one, I mean, like I said, your lowest was a 7, my lowest was a 6. That's great for a season of television. To get a 7 as your lowest score, right? That's amazing. So, yeah. Yeah, vote, guys. Vote in the chat.
Oh, it was a great season of Trek, for sure.
Yeah, what did happen?
It felt very much like season 3 of TNG. I'm hoping that the next season is much like season... Or season 5. Season 4 or 5, whichever one the fuck one we just reviewed. There's
5.
like two iffy episodes, but the rest are fantastic. It's like almost a perfect season of Trek.
Shockingly good.
Yes, and that kind of goes downhill. So I'm hoping that Lower Decks kind of hits its stride. We're leading into season 3, which is interesting because we got the Rutherford storyline, we've got the Freeman storyline. We're gonna have a nice arc in season 3, I think, and it'll be interesting to see how it compares to season 1 and 2. Honestly, I think season 2 was more kind of up and down. As I said, more of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
If you look at the actual episodes, it's like season 1's kind of here, or episode 1's kind of here, episode 2 is up here, and it kind of does this, and then a real high to end on. Season 1, I'd have to go back and rewatch, but it was pretty like consistent across the board. So I don't know. I just hope the next couple seasons are better and better and better.
Although,
they know their characters, they know their stories, so.
Although now I'm scrolling briefly, can I just say the animation quality is so much better in season 2. Oh my, yeah, they look like cartoon stick figures in comparison, and we thought they looked good. They're like
I'm gonna open up season 1 here.
The bridge in episode 2, the holodeck just doesn't look anywhere near as good. The detail level feels so much less. That's really it. Oh my god! Wow. Shocking. I know they were proud of a bump, but it feels so much better visually.
I kind of don't agree with you. I'm looking at episode 1 right now, season 1.
Some of these shots of Freeman just look so low detail and stick figure in comparison. Like, just put so much more soul to it. These are small things, but the small things are what animation makes up. Wow, even the literally quality animation, some of the movements is so much more basic. Wow, that's so interesting. Wow, I didn't even think it'd be that drastic, at least in my visuals.
I'm looking at episode 1 right now, and I'm super impressed. The only thing that's definitely better in season 2 is the ship, in my opinion.
Sometimes it's like fan art. Oh my god, just the lines. Wow. So yeah, I was going to say, animation quality, much better, and soundtrack. Definitely really watching back to back. The soundtrack is very, very good in season 2. Really freaking good. They capture so many correct, fun ambiences. Really impressive. Why are you laughing?
Alyssa Jericho says Sam is watching the animated series. Yes, in which case you're absolutely right. The animation is much better in season 2. I'm watching season 1 and it looks pretty good.
It does, but I'm just seeing the, and you know,
Olivia, I hate you so much.
And you know, there's I still love when did the animated series review. It's like, but Spock's on the planet. Why is he on the bridge? Don't show Spock on the bridge. Continuity mistake. Come on, he's on the freaking bridge of the shot.
And Richie Appel says, show us the animation comparisons. That might be alive for another day, actually.
That's not to say.
That would take some work.
Because I'd want to do like Boimler and the mum and the scene and the bridge and stuff. Yeah, that's good though. That's could be fun.
And Shannon Murphy says 30 people still need to vote. Yes, go vote on the poll, guys. We'd really appreciate it if you all voted. Olivia Julius, though, throws in $40. It says, Sam, you're popular. Sam drinks.
Because Stuart won the who do they like most vote by a landslide. At least I won this.
Obviously.
At least I won the punishment vote.
Just finish down your drinks.
I literally have this much left. I have to pour more. I'm pouring more. All I have. Okay. Although now we're only $2 away from a great number.
$2. And the last super chat slot right now is General Grievous with a $2 super chat. So if you guys want to snipe in with $2, now's the perfect time. This has been really fun. I don't want it to end, honestly, but it is what it is.
I mean, I could keep the live going. Let's go eat a burger. I could just keep you. I just come back in. It's like, oh, you've been talking on my PC without anyone in the room for an hour. That'd be awkward. I try and work on the second monitor and like, I'm just going to ignore you. I'm not part of this live, even though you're right there.
It could happen. It could happen.
Dear me. Oh.
How is drinking a punishment? Have fun. It is literally like in 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to be like sitting on the couch, and be like, You guys don't understand the after effects of these lives.
Yeah, I go to.
Julius snipes in with $1.
Yeah, I go to sleep fuzzy brain sometimes.
General Grievous, $2. I missed your super chat. Sorry. How much for Admiral to boss Sam around again? Well, she's sleeping, so I'd wake her up for $500. $500 super chat, and I would wake her up. She's grumpy when you wake her up.
Oh, only drunks would do that as well. Goodness.
I would even take the camera upstairs. I couldn't. So attach the computer. I'd have to re-Skype in with the phone and go wake her up. And she's not even in her own bed because we still working on the basement. Actually, that works. Renovation work starts tomorrow. So by Friday, when we have to film our Prodigy stuff, hopefully a lot of the banging will be done. So.
Wait, what?
The renovations start tomorrow.
Oh, the renovation banging. Oh, I get you.
Yeah. Well, they're all. During filming, like bang, 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 like hammering.
Hammering. Look,
I'll just shut up.
I want your full attention when filming. Don't be banging right before. Banging right after is fine, but you take that nail, and you take that hammer and you give them both a break. Okay, with too much hammering, your hands can get sore. Your skin will just get genuinely sore. So give it a rest. Jump on a live. Talk to the audience while you let your hammer rest and your nail be unnailed.
Alyssa Jericho says, I thought Prodigy was Monday. Nope, Prodigy is Thursday.
What?
28th. October 28th.
Yeah, it'll be Monday once Discovery starts. We have a couple of weeks of focus on Prodigy, and then it'll be back to back. Then Discovery will take over Friday, and then Prodigy will be Monday.
Yes. All right, so we got Olivia Julius $1, General Grievous $1, Olivia Julius $1, number one special, because I refuse to call you no one special, $5. Cap, if you hate Sam right now, how much for him to be shirtless? $100 super chat. I think he'll probably do it. He's not that drunk though, because he.
I don't want to do
I gotta
that.
ask, Sam, when did you get your nursing degree?
2003.
Okay, because you really nurse those drinks.
Yeah.
Just saying. I like hammerback shots.
Well, you like that nail and hammer routine, so it makes sense.
I do like, yes.
You go full force and just punish them with your giant tongue. That's how you drink shots, right? You do it on your tongue. You just go.
Words. He says words. Sergeant Montgomery, $2.
Area. Yeah,
Snipe
we're
Walker.
okay.
Stony 997. I'm getting the hands-on hips looks from Sylvia because she's up now. Stony 997, 20 pounds. I'd love to visit the bar in episode 5. So here's a bit for the drinks. Oh Jesus Christ! And Olivia Julia snipes in with $1.
I would too.
Hello, dear. How are you?
Mean to Samuel. It's 'cause you've been drinking.
Why am I being mean to Samuel? Because I'm drinking? I'm always mean to Samuel. You know that.
That's true, but you're not as public with it.
It's Sam.
No, that's true.
The real question is
Are you
why.
guys done?
It's whenever he's being so nice to me. That's when he's been drinking.
I'll take over and kick you both fuckers off that thing.
Look, just say she needs to be. She needs to be a hammer and just tell her she has to be a hammer and nail. Just tell her that.
You have to be the hammer and nail, Samuel says. I think he's referring that he's saying that you need to be banged.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what he's saying.
I don't speak British.
Actually, it's drunk Canadian.
Olivia Julius $1, General Grievous $2, $100 shirtless Sam, $200 shirtless for fan dance Sam. You know, honestly, $150 more, and who knows what could happen, because that would be a fantastic fucking goal. You guys can't see our totals, but $150 would be a fantastic number. And Samuel will do it, because I will make him.
Do a fan dance?
I'll have to fly to the UK, but I'll do it. I'll rip his shirt off and press his nipple against the camcorder or the
Camcorder? How fucking old are you?
webcam. I use a camcorder to film my captain's log. Shut the fuck up. You bought it for me.
I know, but still, who says camcorder unless you're a product of the 80s?
Hello, I'm 70s, 74.
Yeah, but you told me to in the 80s.
My face is out of focus.
There's a fucking
Or I'm drunk, one or the other. Both? I don't know.
Both?
Focus.
Who wants to see me go visit Stuart though in the Canada?
Speaking of, I sent you that picture of you and Dot in 2016.
Yeah.
Today.
Damn.
And 2019? Yes, 2019 today. I got pictures of your house, the inside of your house, because I was visiting you at this time.
Oh yeah, destination soon. So yeah, that makes sense. That's literally we lost 2 years because of COVID. 2 years just
COVID.
skipped right by. That said, obviously
Focus, you fucking camera.
Language.
See that
They're
said.
used to it by now.
See that said, we only had 4 months without new Trek, so we didn't have much. Would have had to have done it then anyway. But it'd be good to go over there and do these in person. I could bring my 6K Pro and do something with it. Now you've got more costumes. There we go.
Focus. Whoa. Y'all are drunk. Just saying. But you know
And
what?
now
Sobering up.
you're blackout drunk.
Or should I be the captain?
No, don't get the captain drunk. The captain's already drunk.
My thing went lower down.
Yes, it is.
Now it's too high. Now it goes down again. Okay.
He definitely is
Um,
hot.
So, can you go to the US yet? Because surely the border's not closed 18 months in, surely.
Can we go what?
To the USA.
Can't go to the States yet. It opens up November 8th. Yep. Those fucking bastards.
Well, you could technically go to the States.
Hold on. I can fly there.
Yes.
But I can't drive over the border.
No.
But they can drive here.
Yes.
The fucking Americans can drive to Canada
But they need,
because
like,
we aren't assholes. But we can't drive over there because they're
Oh
assholes.
shit! They need a PCR test. That's like $200 fucking bucks.
I don't care.
God, you are such a whiny person.
Olivia Julius, $5. Do it. I'm shipping Cap and the Commander. I call it Samart.
Oh. Please don't.
No, that's just I don't agree to that shit.
Consent is not given.
Shannon Murphy says, I'm planning on moving to Florida. Will you be doing any cons there? No, because of if you look up on Google, Florida man. Shut up. Florida man. It'll fill in the gaps. You don't need to go to Florida ever.
I want to go to Florida.
Just type it. Go to Google, Samuel, and type in Florida man, and see all the headlines that come up. Because there's craziness that happens in Florida.
What?
I want to go to Florida.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, Florida man is a thing. Florida men do stupid things.
Right. Okay.
Samuel's mind is blown. He's looked it up now, I think.
Well, I would fly to Toronto, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would. General Grievous, $2. Admiral is the hero of the stream needs. There you go. And number one special. Number one special puts in $2. If I could, I would pay $200. I wish you could. Because now we're $140 away from a fantastic goal.
Pretty close. Because it'd be nice to jump by. How's the mask mandate and such over there, just for day-to-day life?
You need to wear it when you go into stores and stuff, but you have a QR code for your vaccine. So if you double vax, you get a QR code. You go to a restaurant, they scan it, you show them your ID so it matches, and then you can sit down and enjoy your meal. If you're not vaccinated, you're an idiot, and you don't deserve to sit down in the restaurant.
Oh, and you get on a flight.
And you can't get on a flight because you need to be vaccinated. So.
Okay. Yeah, we're less punishing that, but we were much earlier in vaccines than you guys were, so we're a lot later in that process. Like months later.
No, we've been up and down. Don't even get me started on that shit. Apparently by March, if Premier Ford has his way, by March all vaccine everything will be lifted back to normal. But
that's a long frickin' time. Oh my god.
And that's also because there's an election coming up for the premiers for the provincial premier shit. So that's why he's saying that. So that everybody like, oh, Doug Ford, we love you.
That's a long time away.
Just for the record.
My god.
Oh my god, you're terrible.
Well, he is.
You can't avoid like certain topics, can you?
No, General Grievous, $2. Add Olivia, time to start writing Trekyards fanfic. Oh. Please don't. Please, for the love of God.
Like,
don't.
Write us with Star Trek characters of opposite gender. That's fine. Like, do that. That might be engaging to watch.
Stumuel. Samuart. Please don't. For the love of God. If you do, keep it to yourself.
Look, Ezri Dax. Ship me with Ezri Dax, and you can have Jadzia.
Yeah, Samuel wants Ezri Dax. I'll take Jadzia Dax. We're fine.
It'll be a confusing time
I'll
after
take Tilly. No, I'll take Tilly.
And so will Sylvia. Separate fanfiction.
Actually, you know who I'll take is Admiral Sylvia. She's amazing.
Admiral Sylvia Tilly, yes.
Sylvia Tilly, yeah.
Yeah, it works. It's the same damn name, Stuart.
She just colored her hair too. Her hair is a strawberry blonde now.
Now she has to come on the live to show.
Red. She has to come on. I know. You got to come on now.
Oh my god, I hate you so much.
Come on. They want to see your new hairstyle.
I hate you.
Your new hair color. Love you.
Oh my god, I want to smack you.
Please smack me around.
Go take care of your dogs.
That is some
It's weekend hair.
It wasn't.
Sorry, people. Weekend hair.
Wasn't necessarily presenting a Trekyards live hair, indeed.
Oh yeah, and I'm not even drinking. So that says something, doesn't it?
Maybe you should be.
Drinking?
Yes.
Oh my! You just don't want to drink anymore because they've been making you drink all afternoon. So now you're like, oh look, easy target, distraction.
Oh, I'm the easy target here, and we know that. Let's not.
Well,
pretend.
okay, yes, that is true.
Let's-
Actually, funny enough,
Super chat for the Admiral.
so I was talking to Cassie.
She'll do shots. $20, she'll do shots. Make her drink, bro. God, imagine we got like $150 right now, and you have to down like 6 shots. That would be what a commitment to
6 shots.
Well, it's $20 a shot.
Someone's
so
better buy me fucking dinner.
5 shots
now,
for 100. I mean, let's be honest. She'd probably do them. I mean,
no one's giving me
Nobody,
6.
bastard.
Relax. He's saying that if they give me 6 shots, it'll make your goal.
You know, if somebody super chats,
Oh Jesus Christ!
somebody super chats $500 right now, she'll get topless.
What? No!
but I can censor it live. It's fine. Let's go just above that point.
Doing that. Oh my God! You guys are no. You guys are in trouble. First of all, you guys are gonna get banned. Second of all, $500. I'm worth more than that, bitch.
It's true. $1,000 super chat, she gets naked.
2,000 Stuart
Wait,
does too.
I. You were both drunk. I can tell. I'm kind of glad you're not in the same room. Although that is funny when you guys do get drunk together.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh yeah, and then we can play cards or personally incorrect. Oh yes, with my friend Sabrina, she'll come join us.
Oh,
again.
she's already there. I mean, she's already
yeah
prepared.
Exactly. She would come and get you drunk.
I'd get her drunk. Let's get that right. You know.
I want to see
Emphasis
somebody
starting.
get me drunk.
Well, well, no. I'll only give you green at that point. You got to be absinthe only. You know.
I have absinthe.
Good. You're absinthe only then. Abstinence? No.
Abstinence? That's the no sex thing.
I know it is. I hope it made Stuart scream a bit in the inside.
Absinthe is the one where you have the little green fairy.
Wormwood.
Yes, it's the wormwood that does
Ask
it.
Stuart if he'd rather have absence or abstinence.
He wants to know if you'd rather have abstinence or absinthe.
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 I'd say that's your next drunk yard you just committed.
I feel like that's kind of a given. Like
I know it was
know
a
about
trap.
you guys.
And he succeeded in failing, which is the point.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, I'm looking up flights. It is very cheap for me to come to Canada in January. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
That's thoroughly freaking cheap.
How cheap?
Canadian 350.
One way or both?
Well, why would they even do both? Why would they not do both? That's a good question, but I don't know why.
You can actually get a one-way ticket. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, round trip direction. Yeah, same thing. So yeah.
Oh,
round trip.
Toronto?
Brilliant. That'd be a good price for a week. 7
And
hours.
the bonus is, by that time, we should have actually room for people to stay.
And not a destroyed house. Yeah.
Yes, that's a very big bonus right now.
It is. But I felt you need to read some super chats. I felt we are getting behind. So if you want to read some.
I have to take over?
Well, just for a second. It's a Fleet Pause 199 is where we ended off.
Oh, Fleet Paw, $1.99. So no Trekyard no Trekyard shipping allowed. That's horrible. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that means, but maybe there's an answer. General Grievous, $2. Demote the captain later, Admiral. No, because then I have to put someone else in that position, and that's just more headache.
No. It was a mistype. He meant dominate captain later.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, never mind. Olivia Julius. What? And stewardess and
Oh.
and Samantha lived happily ever after. I have dolls. I can do it. Okay. What is this name? This one.
Oh, Zoxter.
Fuck, you have a touchscreen. Zoxter.
Don't touch my fucking screen.
$5. Shut the fuck up. If we are shipping, both of you will take Kirk and like it. Okay. Seriously, it's like you walk in on some weird, freaky YouTube shit with you guys. If I'm not in the room, you never know what there was no grown up. Now, I'm on the last one here. Fleet Paw Swiftback. I have to read this. Is this what I have to look forward to whenever I finally make it up to Canada to come visit Stuart? Drunken card playing, count me in. Yes, that is kind of our jam. So my birthday is actually December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
And we like to have a drunk pajama, like, so everyone just comes in like pajama pants, you know, comfy clothes, track pants, sweaters, slippers, and we get drunk and we eat ridiculous amounts of like snack food, like hors d'oeuvres and like appetizers, and drink and play Cards Against Humanity or Personally Incorrect or something along those lines. Shenanigans, but it works out really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody likes it. I don't know, maybe.
If they don't, they will, because it's your birthday. So just put one more
Heck
poll.
yeah, you have no choice.
You have no choice. One last poll. Who's more drunk, Sam or Stuart? Vote now. But I think Stuart needs to come back.
Who's more drunk, Sam? I'm sober.
Yes. Well, no one put into any, so no one's making up shots. So if anything, you should thank the chat for not inducing booze and
That's true. That's true.
But bring Stuart back so we can
You know
close
what?
out live.
Do you like pickles?
No, I don't.
Shit. We gotta invite people over who actually like pickles. And they need to drink that vodka.
No.
Is it terrible?
I like pickles, not stuff tastes like shit.
Guys, 14 bucks away from a big number. 14.
14. Okay. So you know how people go to like the grocery store and they see something on the shelf and they're like, ooh, we should try that. Okay, so here in the lovely province of Ontario, we have something called LCBO. Yeah.
Liquor Control Board.
The Liquor Control Board of Ontario. LICBO. And we were there one day and we thought this would be a really good option. It is called Sass Prairie's Dill Pickle. So it's here. Dill Pickle flavored vodka. Apparently it tastes like poo-poo. Oh, wait, we got a thing. Olivia Julius. Captain and Sam is getting in trouble. Dang it. It's bad when Sylvia has to be the adult. Someone's got to be a grown-up. Okay, hang on. And then... Oh, okay. So it smells like a pickle was literally just dropped in a bottle of vodka. It's the weirdest thing ever. So, Samuel, do you want to try this when you come over?
Well, look, let's be honest. All booze tastes better after 10 or 20 boozes.
That's true.
So...
Ooh, if you come and I give you money before you come and I have stuff... Okay, fuck that. If I ship stuff to your house, will you bring it?
If I'm legally allowed to, I'd rather not be caught by customs and
sure
you know, forced back to my own country after a 13-hour flight because Sylvia's may bring hardcore cocaine booze.
13-hour flight from London to Toronto?
I always default to LA because that's the default place. But yes, you're right.
Oh, I was gonna say because I've done that flight before.
Oh yeah.
I've gone further. Like, okay, I think everybody here has flown into Frankfurt at least once.
That has.
That airport's fun.
But I feel like at a certain point, pickle booze should be we're 3 hours in.
Well, I feel like booze will pickle you anyway.
Well,
It kind of is a preservative. You drink enough of that, like. Although the next day you definitely feel like The Walking Dead.
Oh, Matt Boardman, I think is volunteering.
Monday.
So
Monday, there is so many shenanigans happening Monday in this house. You're gonna be screwed up. Go to the office.
guys, $5 more, and bring back Stuart for the final. We need to say goodbye, Stuart.
Yeah. Okay. So, Fleet Paw Swift. Ooh, Fleet Paw says he'll try it.
Volunteering.
Put in a super chat for $1.99, but he says he'll try it. Yeah, he will. Legit, come here then, and you can have as many shots of the pickled vodka as you would please. No, I need some more of that bubblegum gin.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I can order it and pay for it and just have it shipped to your house. You gotta love Amazon UK. Like, that's, like, crazy brilliant.
Yeah, just make an Amazon account and send it to people. It's that easy. It really is.
It's funny because when I go into, like, I change the country, it says we can't ship shit to you, and I'm like, I know, relax, like it's panicking. But yeah, no. So I will double check customs. I promise. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble. I'm pretty sure I know the allowance already.
It's only 13. Only 13 bottles. You know, we're not that lightweight.
No. They actually do it by liters. I promise, not bottles. Otherwise, people would be bringing those big, huge, gigantic ones. On the plane? No. Or gasoline containers filled with liquor? And olive oil.
$5 more,
Bonus
guys.
though for everybody. If Samuel does come over, he will be taking the most craziest shot of alcohol. We'll actually have to put it at $30. He will do this one if someone pays $30.
It's always great in these things where people decide your fate and you have no choice. It's great. And that was so for Sylvia. If people put in 20, she would have drunk, but no one did, and she's decided my fate otherwise. I mean, that's what happens,
Yep.
Inevitable.
So I have some Croatian moonshine. And the the captain's over here and he heard me and his eyebrows were like, oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
People make things just to hurt people. Bombs, guns, moonshine. It's all the same.
Yes and no. It does have some useful purposes. You can pull the rust off the bumper and stuff with it.
Yes.
It's great for like cleaning like mechanical parts and stuff like that because
industrial
of the
cleaning and.
Well, yeah, like like rubbing alcohol, right?
Oh yeah.
So, seeing that you're going to be here anyway, I figured we'll do like a more exclusive price tag on this one. But yes, and then we'll put some shot glasses in front of them. Captain's drank it, and he's still alive, and he can see. Not well.
Yeah, that's
but
a
that
debatable
was
comment
way
potentially.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Number one special. Sam meets customs again with a big finger. Oh. Did you have problems with customs?
No, he's just insisting I should have them.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's never fun. And then General Grievous. Sorry, Sam. She's the boss, and it's already decided you're going to live with it.
And he's a general, so he knows.
Have you ever heard the phrase, like, rolls downhill?
Mm.
So if I'm not happy, then he's not happy. And if he's not happy, then you're not happy because you got to put up with him.
But it's my job to make him more happy, to counteract your unhappy. And it works until he gets off the live, then he gets unhappy again.
Oh, that's because I give him a break. I can make it a point not to. I work from home. It's a dangerous situation. So yeah, it'll happen. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I promise you won't die.
Always a great disclaimer. Pain, yes.
It's a good first step.
Death, no. Pain, yes. Death, no. Yeah.
No, pain? I wouldn't say pain. Pain. Pain.
But still, we don't have to end this live though. So
we have to end the live. Come back here so you can do your thing.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. We love you.
I'm tired. No, Everclear, no.
The captain is back. The commander's yawning. It's a bad scene. Olivia Julius, $20.
Oh.
Cap drink.
Huh.
Might as well drink before you have to be responsible next week. Hashtag repairing the lower decks. I'll take another shot.
And that ends our drunk season 2 retrospective. Thank you, Mike McMahon and team, for a fun season of Trek. You were far more universe intensive. You were far more respecting canon. You were far more using the universe. You were far more developing characters. So well done. And unfortunately, it sets the bar even higher for season 3. So we hope you can. We hope you can achieve
our
that.
expectations.
Yes.
Trekyards is very demanding.
Although I do think, legitimately, my expectations for guest stars has diminished drastically. If they've announced anybody, I'm like, oh, it'll be 4 lines. So that's probably good, though. Let's be honest. Like, haven't done a guest star that well yet. Jeffrey Combs was fine, but like truly done them to a level. Combs was the closest.
But they didn't bring him back as Wei-Yun or fucking Shrax. They brought him back as another character. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. So I just won't expect them to have like focus-based. Any seriously last thought about the season? I'll give you mine.
We need to have another drink.
Okay.
Last thought about season. Really ramped it up the last half of the season, especially the last 3 episodes. So keep that up into season 3. I want season 3 or season 4 to be like a perfect season of Star Trek. TNG season 4 or 5. I can't remember which. I think it's season 5. was almost perfect. I think it was season 4 actually.
We're on 5, yeah.
So season 4 was almost perfect.
Yeah, surprising.
That's what I expect to see from Lower Decks, guys. You guys have done a great job so far. Keep it up. Keep canon, and canon with one N. You spell it with two N's.
And Trekyards with no second capital. If you need to know.
Trekyards has one capital letter.
Oh, can you imagine like the Trekyards store inside Lower Decks? Like they go past the Starbase and there's Quarks and there's Trekyards.
Yes.
We sell the other kind of model kits. The non-canon kinds. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. We did good. I don't know what to say. Thanks so much. And yeah, we've got another couple of days. And there's a Prodigy.
Prodigy, yes.
My
Prodigy is coming out.
40-minute first episode.
And almost a month later, Discovery Season 2 will start on the same day.
Discovery Season 2 will start, Stuart. What is this, 2019?
Discovery Season 4 will start
That's better.
on the same day. And then we double duty for a while. But you guys will love it, and you'll watch because you're subscribed, obviously. And click the bell notification icon to all. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. He's still Commander Cocky.
He is still Captain Foley.
She is the amazing Admiral Sylvia. Thank you so much for joining us, Sylvia.
And President Julius kicking all of the butt, even if she was on time loop for 2 hours of live.
Yes, I'm going to finish this shot as we close out. So thank you
Okay.
so much, guys. Have yourselves a great night.
There we go.